Dan Reeves will be here to do the play-by-play. Coach Joe Holloway on color. Jerry Marsh, one of the umpires, he'll be umpiring tomorrow night, helping with a little additional color. Of course, back at the studio as the executive director, Jonathan Greer, Paul Schulze, and Lawson Mann from Worthy Road Productions handling things, and they're doing a good job of that. Piggity Peg's here to help with getting statistics, and we may send her to get a score from the, well, there's not another field tonight, so she doesn't have to. This is an elimination game, and you're listening to point5digital.com. That's how you can get it, and you can tell your friends they can go and actually see and hear this game on point5digital.com, and you click on the Little League link. You also can hear it on News Talk 101.5 FM radio in Jackson, Tennessee. And I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the studio for about a 2-minute timeout while we finish prepping for this game and getting the infield taken care of. Let's take that 2-minute timeout on Point 5 Digital and News Talk 101.5.
Well, Mom, it's going to be a long summer, but it doesn't have to be. Gather up the kids and head to Sky Zone in Jackson. Sky Zone on East Park Square next to Pringles Park in the Jackson Sportsplex is Northwest Tennessee's premier indoor trampoline park, featuring ultimate dodgeball, a foam zone, sky slam, and open jump. No room for boredom in Sky Zone, and it's a great place for birthday parties, too. This could be the ultimate summer at Sky Zone in Jackson. Visit them on Facebook for park times and specials.
Yay, Sky Zone! This is the best summer ever!
This is attorney Bradley Owens of Hardy Martin Donahoe Owens & Wright. We're a full-service law firm located in Jackson and Trenton, handling all types of legal matters, including personal injury, workers' compensation, divorce and family law, bankruptcy, Social Security disability, and criminal defense. Let Hardy Martin Donahoe Owens & Wright solve all your legal problems. Call us today at 424-2151.
Tipping the scales in your favor.
It's a summer to savor at Marco's Pizza. Right now, get our extra-large one-topping pizza for just $12.99 and choose any topping you want. And add a little something sweet to your summer with Marco's new S'mores Brownie and Double Chocolate Brownie. Both are made with the finest chocolate chips and drizzled with decadent chocolate sauce. In the spirit of summer, our S'mores Brownie is topped with marshmallows and graham cracker sprinkles. Savor summer with Marco's extra-large flavor at an extra special price.
Marco's Pizza, Van Drive into Collins in front of the Home Depot. Call 300-0400 or online at marcos.com.
At Southern Trucks and 4x4, we understand the pre-owned truck market. We developed a streamlined process for finding reliable pre-owned diesel and gas pickup trucks that are reasonably priced. Because we are a full-service and accessorizing center, our pre-owned inventory gets inspected and serviced before you buy it, and we can customize it any way you want before it leaves our lot. I'm Gary Sims at Southern Trucks and 4x4. We sell, buy, and trade trucks, and you will find that your business experience will be comfortable, fair, and enjoyable. Southern Trucks and 4x4. Ask for Gary, 422-3722.
Back here in Pure Point Park, the site of the Little League State Tournament right here in Jackson, Tennessee. This is the majors, the big boys, 11 and 12-year-olds. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Paul Schultze, Worthy Road Studios, Lawson Mann on the digital TV side, Jonathan Greer, our executive producer. And we got a guest umpire with us tonight, Jerry Marsh, who's been doing it a long time. Pleasure to have Jerry on the broadcast and telecast with me. We'll get the starting lineups here in just a moment.
Parker.
Let's see if you can give me that other one.
Right field.
Oh, here we go. Here's the starters tonight. For our second game, we'll start out with Clarksville. Leading off is Nathan Barksdale. Hitting second is Elliot Sharple. Hitting fifth is Alex Williams. Cleanup hitter is Aiden Baker. Hitting fifth is J.D. Schwartz. Batting sixth is Jason Stewart. Hitting seventh is Caleb Hudson. Batting eighth is Jeb Burchett. And batting ninth is Zach Christie. Substitutes tonight for Clarksville is Grayson Roger, Michael Davidson, Cole Abernathy, and Josh Gunter. So that's the way it looks for Clarksville. In our second game, here's Coach Joe Holloway. How you doing, Coach?
Oh, busier than a cat covering up on a hot tin roof right now, Dan.
He is. We'll get back to Coach in a minute. He is. Got his head buried in the books. And so it's Clarksville taking on Gallatin here tonight in our second game. Here's the starters for Gallatin. Leading off in pitching is Ethan Huddleston. Batting second and playing first base is James Mason. Hitting third and playing third base, Dalen Fields. Hitting cleanup and playing shortstop, Luke Springer. Hitting fifth and playing second base is Hayden Moore. Batting sixth and catching is Nolan Dennison. Batting seventh and playing left field is Logan Purcell. Hitting eighth and playing center field is Jay Adams. Batting ninth and playing right field is Austin Parker. The substitutes for Gallatin: Austin Brown, Stephen Holcomb, Austin Lilly, and boy, I can't make that out. The last substitute, we'll get that clarified. Now,
is it Ethan Edmondson?
Ethan Edmondson. Thank you, Coach. The coach has scribbled these out, so some of these,
not this coach.
not Coach Holloway, no.
That's what I'm doing, is deciphering right now.
Coach is a real pro. So we'll take a 60-second break, and we'll come back as Gallatin and Clarksville. And our second game, it's also an elimination game. And we're back in 60 seconds on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
So you've cut back on everything from lattes to lunches. But if you're still coming up short at the end of the month, try this. Give State Farm agent downtown Alan Brown in Jackson a call for a free discount double check. He'll show you how something as simple as combining car and home policies could save you hundreds of dollars a year. Because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why Alan is here. Call 300-4444 or visit downtownalanbrown.com today.
The first thing people notice when they pull up to your home or business is what it looks like on the outside. How the grass looks. Is it pleasing to the eye? Boykins Mowing and Landscape has been keeping their customers satisfied for over a decade. Licensed and bonded, Boykins can improve the health and quality of your lawn today. From mowing and weed control to mulching and stump grinding, Boykins does it all. Call Boykins Mowing and Landscaping at 394-7249 and let them set you up on a plan that works for you. Boykins, the only name you need to know in lawn care.
Back here at Pardos, we're trying to decipher the coach's handwriting, which we're certainly not critical. They're making those, they can read their handwriting beautifully, but this is the first time we've seen these coaches' handwriting, and
a little tougher on us.
It's a little tougher on us, and our eyes are not as good as they used to be. So, not criticizing the coach's handwriting. It's a good way to get blessed out. We're not doing that.
No, it's not that. It's in my case, old teachers' eyes are wore out after. I had 12,571 students, not counting athletes in study hall. And some of them wrote like Jerry did.
Oh, boy.
I got a great handwriting, Coach.
So Clarksville is the home team tonight. And it's dark in the press box. That adds a degree of difficulty.
That's what the light on your cell phone is made for.
The pitcher tonight for Clarksville is Aiden Baker. Big right-hander, he's a fireballer. Jerry Marsh, our resident umpire, is here with us. And one of the things that's changed over the last few years in Little League Baseball is on the third strike, if it gets away from the catcher, then you can run to first base at your own risk.
It has. I think that's 3 or 4 years ago was when they changed that.
So leading off for Gallatin, if I get my lineup back.
It's Huddleston.
First pitch is right in there. Okay, called strike one is Ethan Huddleston. Leading off here for Gallatin. So here we go, underway. The 0-1 pitch is outside low. It's a ball and a strike. This game between Gallatin and Clarksville, Coach, just like our first one, the Tullahoma one, it's an elimination game.
It is. Both teams are going full steam.
1-1 pitch is upstairs. It's 2-1. And here's Jerry Marsh. Who's the home plate umpire tonight, Jerry?
Oh, we got Rod Norton behind the plate this game. Jay Attaway at third.
Here's the 2-1. It's outside 3-1. Okay, the umpires.
And then we got Teddy Kessler at second and Tommy Dean at first. You got some veterans out there tonight.
3-1 on leadoff man Huddleton. Here's the 3-1. It's in the dirt. Huddleton with a leadoff walk here for Gallatin. That'll bring up James Mason. First baseman for this Gallatin ball club. Hitting to the right side against the right-handed pitcher, Aiden Baker from Clarksville. First pitch, a little bit outside, ball one.
Dan, this is the Clarksville national team, and of course Gallatin from Sumner County. Both teams, one from Sumner, the other from Montgomery County.
1-0's inside, gets away from the catcher, and there goes Huddleton. Down to second base, so Gallatin with a runner in scoring position with nobody out at the top of the first inning.
Yeah, you don't want to get yourself behind. Baker was the pitcher against Madison Central on Saturday. He started, had a good first inning, but after that they got to him.
Here's the 2-0, fouled off. Back against the screen, it's 2-1. James Mason, a strong young man. He plays over at first base for Gallatin. Gets out of the number 2 hole. 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Oh, nearly hit him. It's inside. Gets back away from the catcher to the backstop, and there goes Huddleton. He'll take third base. So Huddleton, after a leadoff walk, has moved all the way around to third base. And it's 3-1 on James Mason. Here's the 3-1 offering. Line drive on one hop over to to second base, and he gets away. And there's Huddleton. He's running home, burning that third base line uphill score. And Mason is safe at first base. So Gallatin takes a 1-0 lead here at the top of the first.
Number 3.
And you have to score that one an error, so it'd be, if you're keeping score at home, that's an unearned run.
Dalen Fields will stand in there. The number 3 hitter. But, you know, that's a tough play. It's hard to give these kids in here. That was a fantastic job of just knocking that one down.
It was. Unfortunately, the old scoring manual says you got to do it.
Here's the 0-1, a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. If you're watching the game at point5digital.com, we want to hear from you. Our Robinson Toyota text line is 731-277-5155. Here's the 0-2. Oh, fastball. Caught him looking for out number 1. Is Baker. Records his first strikeout. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Luke Spring. He plays shortstop for Gallatin.
And that's the Baker we saw in the first inning against Jackson the other day. He had some good pitches, even though Jackson got some hits, and he's got good movement on his fastball.
Big left-handed hitter against the right-handed Baker. First pitch is outside, ball 1. On the Robinson Toyota text line, this one says, thanks in advance for broadcasting the next game. And here it is. Gallatin versus Clarksville. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1.
Left-handed hitter Springer has an open stance, but then as the pitch is on the way, steps towards the pitcher to hit.
1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 in the dirt. It's 2-1. And there goes the runner down to second base. He's a delayed steal by Mason, and it's done beautifully. And Mason swipes second base.
I'm going to defend the catcher a little bit on that one. There was nobody to throw to, and he had to double pump before he could get the peg down there.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2 on Luke Springer. Springer, big left-handed batter, the cleanup man for Gallatin. Here's the 2-2. Curveball stayed outside, runs the count full. From Bristol, Tennessee, this one says, that's okay, Bristol. You're still the bomb. Here's the payoff pitch on its way. Foul back to the screen. We'll do it again. This text says Donna and John Leon, Jaden Mullins, Donna and John Leon, Jaden Mullins' grandparents from Bristol, Tennessee, and his sister, Jasmine. Thanks, and we're proud of you all. Here's the payoff. It's outside, ball 4, and Springer will take first base. We're at the top of the first inning with 1 out. Gallatin has plated 1 run, and now with runners on first and second, that brings to the plate second baseman Hayden Miner. First pitch to Miner, right in there with a fastball, strike 1. And fellas, I know the sun has gone down, but it feels more humid right now than it has all day long. Coach, is it just me? Or?
No, I'm losing a couple of pounds. And in a minute, I want to encourage the Bristol fans to do something for their players.
Here's the 0-1. It's in the dirt, 1-1, and there goes both runners. Well, at least one went, so we got 2 runners fighting for second base. To throw to third, not in time. It's Mason. Had started towards third base, changed his mind, and Springer took off towards second base, but Mason recovered, and he went on, sprinted down to third base and slid it under the tag. So Gallatin with 2 men in scoring position with 1 out here at the top of the first inning. And now it gets away from the catcher. The 1-1 pitch. Here comes Mason. He slides in there safely, and it's 2-0 Gallatin.
Dan, what I was going to say for the Bristol fans still listening to us, y'all need to meet these kids when they come home. Have a little celebration, organize a parade, do something for them because they played hard here, and everybody's a winner when you're an all-star.
2 balls and 1 strike on Hayden Miner. 2-1 is inside. It's 3-1. Springer down at third base for Gallatin. It's 1-0, or make it 2-0 Gallatin here at the top of the first inning. Coach Vance's wife, Megan, watching from Bristol that first game. Thank you so much for streaming. Here's a 3-1 pitch, line drive, base hit into left field. It's going to one-hop the wall, and here comes Springer. He'll score, and that one was hit so hard by Hayden Miner, Coach. He has to pull in at first base with a single, even though he short-hopped the wall.
And that happens like that. You have to give the young man credit out in left field for playing the wall well, and they return the ball to the infield quickly.
Let's break up the catcher, Nolan Dennison. First pitch gets away from the catcher, and there goes Miner down to second base. So 3-0. Gallatin, still only 1 gone here at the top of the first inning. And Miner in scoring position on second base. 1-0 on Dennison. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's back to the screen, 2-0, and Miner's going to take third base.
Derek, got to ask you, does any umpire still use the old balloon chest protector?
There's only one guy that I know that still does it, and that's Tall Paul Hutchison.
Well, I can see why Tall Paul does. We used to get down and hide behind him when umpired with him.
Well, that's in the old days.
Yeah.
Robinson Toyota text line. This one says, thanks to the Madison County Parks crew for all they do to keep the fields in outstanding shape. And we, yes, absolutely. The Madison County Parks and Recreation crew has Pewbourne Park looking brilliant. Skinny Kenny come in to help build the mounds. So a great job by everyone here to host this Little League state tournaments, the 11 and 12-year-old majors. South Nashville, the traveling rock show when it comes to Little League baseball in Tennessee. We'll be here tomorrow night to take on our Madison County team. Here's the 2-0. It's inside, nearly hit him. It's 3-0. On Nolan Dennison. South Nashville been to the last 2 Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Won the U.S. Championship 2 years ago, Coach.
Well,
boy, they're something else.
They play in a tough district. Remember, Goodlettsville's in that
That's
district.
right.
Goodlettsville, 3 years ago, went a long way in the Little
I think
League World
they won
Series.
the USA Championship, didn't
They did. They was in the championship game.
3-0 on Dennison. So some great baseball being played in Tennessee in Little League. 3-0, fastball, call strike 1.
And if you've never been to LeMabe Stadium, the place where they play in Williamsport, you need to make one trip up there.
3-1 pitch, curveball, line drive, base hit into left field. Here comes the run from third base. The pinch runner scores. And that young man don't have his number. That's Stephen Holcomb, I believe it was, the bench runner. And it's 4-0 Gallatin. And now Logan Purcell, the left fielder, was standing there. First pitch to Logan. Ball one, snap though to first. And the runner's back easily. That's Dennison getting back. Logan Purcell plays left field for Gallatin. 1-0, hits from the right side. Here's the 1-0. Bouncing ball back to the mound. Over to first base for one. So Baker takes that sure out at first base. Now 2 gone. Here at the top of the first inning, Gallatin leads it 4-0 over Clarksville. And that brings up Jay Adams, who hits out of the number 8 spot and plays center field.
Jay, one of the very quick people in this tournament. There's a lot of quick folks. Tell you what, I like the way Schwartz did that. He had the confidence of a cat burglar when he threw the first fly.
He sure did. First pitch to Adams, gets away, and there goes the runner down to third. That's Dennison now at third base. Jay Adams, 1-0 on Jay. Here's Baker uncalling the 1-0. Fouled back to the screen. It's 1-1. If you're watching over in Clarksville or in Gallatin, give us a text. Let us know what you think. Our Robinson Toyota text line, 731-277-5155. Here's the 1-1 on its way. Bouncing ball, third base. It gets through to left field for a base hit. And here comes Dennison. He'll score, and it's 5-0 Gallatin.
A productive first inning for Gallatin. Clarksville will need to try to put a couple on the board, and this will be the 9th hitter in the inning.
Austin Parker, the right fielder for Gallatin. His coach just pointed out the 9th man to bat this inning. First pitch, he fouls it away behind home plate. It's 0-1. Kind of tried to check his swing there, coach, but couldn't get stopped or get his bat out of the way.
Sometimes when you get the momentum and the weight going forward, there's not much way to stop it, but he did try to check his swing.
So 0-1 at Parker. Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball to second. It took a wicked hop. That's going to go down as a base hit. Here's the runner to third. The throw in time. He got it. Oh, what a play by the center fielder for Clarksville. That was a huge arm there from Nathan Barksdale to throw him out at third base in the inning. So after a half inning, it's Gallatin 5 and Clarksville nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Your lawn and the landscape around it is the very first thing someone sees when they visit your home or business. Making a great first impression is essential. At Boykin Mowing and Landscaping, we specialize in making that first impression a memorable one. From mowing and edging to weed control, mulching, and stump removal, Boykin's Mowing and Landscape will cater to all your lawn care needs. Licensed and bonded in business for over a decade, Boykins is ready to provide you with prompt and professional lawn and landscape care. Call Boykins today to set up a plan that works for you at 394-7249. That's 394-7249. The Peggy Graves team is known as the area's most trusted real estate team. For 25 years, the Peggy Graves team has set the pace in residential sales in Jackson and surrounding counties. The Peggy Graves team finds the perfect home for buyers and gets homes sold quickly for sellers. Peggy Graves and her team have the knowledge and expertise in our real estate market to make your experience fast, easy, and simple. Contact Jackson's most trusted real estate team, the Peggy Graves team, 664-2342, or go online at peggygraves.com. As a business owner, Mike Hines of Minuteman Press understands the importance of time-saving business forms that organize, streamline, and professionally present your business to clients. Minuteman Press has products to fit any budget. Mike offers solutions, service, and timely delivery of business forms, cards, stationery, and presentations. Contact Mike Hines of Minuteman Press to save you time and money when it comes to your business forms. Call 664-5880 or go online to jackson.minutemanpress.com.
To the bottom of the first inning we go, and Nathan Barksdale leading off for Clarksville. First pitch is a curveball, and it is a beauty for call strike one. That's coming from the right arm of Ethan Huddleton. It's 0-1 on Nathan Barksdale. 5-0 Gallatin put 5 runs on the board in the top of the first inning. Second pitch, the 0-1 is a curveball and a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. From the Robinson Toyota text line, this one says, this is Emily Burgett, and I'm cheering for number 80, Jeb Burgett, my little brother, on the Clarksville team. Go Blue. The 0-2, another curveball and a swing and a miss for out number 1. Boy, that curveball has some bite to it, coming from the right arm of Ethan Huddleton.
That's wicked right there.
It is wicked, Coach.
Number 15.
That brings up third baseman Elliot Shawno. Are they saying Shawno?
It's Shaw Yo, isn't it? Shaw Yo.
Elliot Shawno. That's it, Elliot Shawno. So Shawno stands in there. 1 out and nobody on base here at the bottom of the first inning. Curveball. Fouled away at home plate. It's 0-1 on Shawno. Or make it 1-1. First pitch wise, trying to figure out how to pronounce his name, was a ball. Here's the 1-1. Fastball down low. 2-1. And the young man pitching for Clarksville. To make that Gallatin, Ethan Huddleton pitches out of the stretch. Here's 1-2. Curveball. Bounce to first. Fielded cleanly, and he'll take it unassisted at first base. Route number 2. Making that play over there at first base was James Mason. It's 2 up and 2 down here for Clarksville. That'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Alex Williams. 2 down and nobody on base for Alex. First pitch, curveball. He fouls it off down the third base line. It's 0-1.
And that one had a big break to it then, but Williams went down and got a piece of it.
Robinson Toyota text says family from Clarksville and Memphis watching and cheering on Nathan Barksdale. Here's the 0-1. Oh, it was fouled off down the right field line, but when Barksdale swung at it, the catcher had his mitt in the way to hit the catcher's mitt. So, Jerry, that's interference on the catcher, and the batter will be awarded first base, correct?
Correct, and it's an automatic dead ball. Catcher's interference, and he does go to first.
That'll bring up the cleanup man, Aiden Baker. And on first, and 2 gone here at the bottom of the first inning. Curveball, line drive up the middle. It's a base hit into center field. Holding up on second is Alex Williams, and Baker has a sharp single. With 2 gone here at the bottom of the first, and Coach, he waited on that curveball and lined it into center field.
No, he sure did. That was a very fine piece of hitting. His coaches got to be proud of him. You can tell the young man's put some time in the cage. And the Barksdale family, that was a laser throw by him from center field a while ago.
Yes, it was. 2-man out. That brings up J.D. Schwartz, the catcher for Clarksville. Curveball right in there, strike 1. It's 5-0 Gallatin. Gallatin put 5 on the board in the top of the first inning. Schwartz can really help his team out with first and second. And 2 down here at the bottom of the first. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Curveball again. It's 0-2.
Young man has a nice curveball, Huddleston does, on the mound.
Reminds me of Freddie Hill.
Oh, yes.
He'd drive you crazy with that curveball. Here's the 0-2. Fastball struck him out. So we move on to the second inning. After 1 complete, it's Gallatin 5 and Clarksville nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
At Southern Trucks and 4x4, we understand the pre-owned truck market. We developed a streamlined process for finding reliable pre-owned diesel and gas pickup trucks that are reasonably priced. Because we are a full-service and accessorizing center, our pre-owned inventory gets inspected and serviced before you buy it, and we can customize it any way you want before it leaves our lot. I'm Gary Sims at Southern Trucks and 4x4. We sell, buy, and trade trucks, and you will find that your business experience will be comfortable, fair, and enjoyable. Southern Trucks and 4x4. Ask for Gary, 422-3722.
Little League Baseball is back in Jackson, and Jackson's News Talk 101.5 will broadcast the game of the week. You may also watch the game on .5digital.com, courtesy of Total Sports Academy and Jackson Baseball Academy. They're a full retail store supplying uniforms, customized t-shirts, baseball and softball bats, equipment, and instruction, with full batting cages for rent anytime. Total Sports and Jackson Baseball Academy are located next to the Sportsplex in Parkstone Place.
Sports play such a big role in so many children's lives, and they create memories that last a lifetime. At Great American Sports, we specialize in all sports apparel and equipment, as well as embroidery and screen printing. We are the largest bat supply in West Tennessee, and we carry the Easton Mako bat. At Great American Sports, we make sports an addiction. We're located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard. Call us today at 422-6203. Great American Sports, where West Tennessee gets ready for game time.
Back to the top of the lineup for Gallatin as we move to the second inning. Gallatin with a 5-0 lead. My name's Dan Reeves along with Coach Joe Holloway. Jonathan Greer, a student out at Union University, our executive producer and director. Jerry Marsh, you won't hear from him much because we've got him on a chain. He's one of the great umpires here. He'll be behind home plate tomorrow night for South Nashville versus Madison Central American. Paul Schultze and Lawson Mann on the .5 digital side. Michael Osborne, our resident genius from News Talk World headquarters, monitoring things, and he says hello to some folks listening in Round Rock, Texas, Bridgewater, New York, and Pataskala,
What's that?
Ohio. Pataskala? I question the spelling on that from Michael.
Well, don't question my main man. That's the man that keeps me on the air with Crockett County.
Well, I have to. If I can't pronounce it, I assume he misspelled it. The leadoff man is back up again here for Gallatin. It's Ethan Huddleton, and it's 1-1 on Ethan.
And he's the leadoff man. They batted around last inning.
1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1, popped him up, twisting foul, and out of play down the first base line. Texas, let us know where you're watching the game tonight. Our Robinson Toyota text line is 731-277-5155. That's 731-277-5155. 1-2 on Huddleston. Oh, and the 1-2 hit him. He's going to get first base. He led off the game with a walk, and Coach, he's right back on first base.
So officially he's 0 for 0 at the plate. And, of course, the Gallatin and Clarksville both 1-1 in this tournament. The last game, South Nashville shut Gallatin out 11-0, so they've already improved their offensive production. And then the Clarksville team had a big win. I think they tagged Knoxville for 25 runs.
Oh, boy.
Number 33, James Mason.
That'll bring up first baseman James Mason. First pitch to James. Fastball outside, ball 1. This Robinson Toyota text says, "Go Big Blue" across the state of Tennessee. Rooting for Clarksville. The 1-0 bounce to second. Oh, and it gets away from the second baseman, and everybody's going to be safe. Tricky hop there on the second baseman, and Gallatin has something cooking again here at the top of the second inning after putting 5 runs on the board. In the first inning, Gallatin looking to blow this game wide open.
And Dalen Field struck out his last time up, so he's looking to make up for that.
So Dalen Fields, third baseman, stands in there. First pitch, swing and a miss. A fastball from the big right-handed fireball pitcher, Mr. Baker from Clarksville. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. What a contrast of pitchers, Coach. We got a man that likes to throw curveballs. He does great for Gallatin. And in Aiden Baker, the fireball right-hander who throws fastball after fastball, as opposed to Ethan Huddleton's curveball.
That's a good contrast in there. And I know that the first pitch, the hitter here had a contrast. He had an open stance, and now he's gone back to what I call a balanced or the normal stance.
1-2 now on Mason. Here's the 1-2. Fastball fouled back out of play. Robinson Toyota text line. This one says, Kenny would like to give a shout out to Dave Brown, director of Gallatin Parks and Recreation. He has some of the best fields in the state. Great job, Dave. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out with a fastball. So Mason goes down swinging. 1 out. Or make that was Dalen Fields, pardon me. 1 out here at the top of the second inning. The Gallatin still with runners on first and second. And that brings up Luke Springer, the big left-handed hitting Springer. First pitch, fly ball, left field. This one's twisting, foul and out of play. Hey, Coach, that one may have had home run distance.
It was close. If it stayed straight in the field, we've got a little deja vu situation. Huddleston on with the walk and hit pitch. Mason on with the errors, and then Field struck out both times.
Pardon me. Here's the 0-1. It's outside, 1-1. From the Robinson Toyota text line, this one says, hello from Clarksville. Thanks for streaming. We have family watching in Boston, Florida, and South Dakota. The 1-1 right in there. It's 1-2. Again, that's from a Clarksville fan. Says we're family watching in Boston, Florida, South Dakota, and watching this also down in Alabama. Here's the 1-2. It's outside 2-2. So if you're watching down in Alabama, get ready for the Big Orange. Come the third Saturday in October. Here's a 2-2. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again. Butch Jones in Tennessee. You heard it here first. We'll go down to Tuscaloosa in October and play well.
Just call me Sergeant Schultz. I know nothing.
Here's the 2-2 pitch on its way outside. It runs a count full.
And, of course, Clarksville, the home of Austin Peay, which is Bass's alma mater.
Yes, it is.
Our cohort in sports.
Bass played football at Austin Peay. Not very good. Chances are you never heard of him, but he did play there. I think he played left out. Ball 4 off the payoff pitch. That'll bring up Hayden Miner. Hayden plays second base. Now Bass actually was a very good football player.
Bases are loaded for number 15.
So bases are loaded. Here's Hayden Miner with 1 out in the top of the second. First pitch inside, ball 1. Gallatin, after putting 5 runs on the board in the first inning, they've got the bases jammed and a 5-0 lead. And it's 1-0 on Miner. Here's the 1-0. Gets away from the catcher. Here comes the runner. Digging towards home plate. He'll slide in there without a throw. And here comes Miner. He's going to try it from second. He's safe. 2-run score. James Mason, pardon me, scored from second base after Huddleton slid in there safely from third base. And it's 7-0. Gallatin with the advantage, and you got to give a lot of credit to James Mason. He never stopped running, and the catcher had trouble corralling that baseball back at the screen. And, Coach, he just burned that third base line up, and he scored too.
He actually accelerated and got into another gear, and he had been trying to throw with his playing off of first base. Good move by the Clarksville manager to go out and settle his pitcher and his team down, because you can't afford to get further behind. And, of course, my daughter, I just got a text from her. She said, Dad, you haven't mentioned one of Clarksville's great athletes, Alec Porthers, that plays with the Kentucky Wildcats. I've got her one better, but this shows I'm an old folks. They had a guy that played there at Austin Peay. His name was James Fly Williams, and he played in the old ABA for the St. Louis Spirits.
Is that right? Well, you remember Travis Stevenson was from Clarksville, the great UT ball running back.
Absolutely.
Met him on several occasions. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So after the 2-run score on the pass ball, it's a runner on third base. Still only 1 out for Gallatin, and it's 7-0 in the top of the second. 2-1 pitch, bouncing ball to second base, fielded cleanly over to first, round number 1. But scoring on the play is Springer, and Gallatin takes an 8-0 lead.
And good defense. That ball took a little funny hop. The second baseman played. First baseman did a good job to field it and get his foot back on the back. These two towns, Gallatin used to play JCM in JCM's heydays a lot, but Clarksville and Jackson High had some knockdown, drag-out games in the 60s.
Here's Nolan Dennison. Right-handed hitter. First pitch swing and a miss. Robinson Toyota Tech says Nana and Granddaddy pulling for the Big Blue. And grandson Caleb Hudson. Go Clarksville. National, let's rally back, they say. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Nolan Dennison. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside 1-2. Now, wasn't it Gallatin and JCM that played that game for the history books for the state championship that went like 5 OTs?
In football?
Yes.
I think it was a Chattanooga team. They played 3 overtimes.
It's 1-2 pitch.
Gallatin beat
right in
JCM.
there. Call strike 3.
Gallatin did beat JCM, but not in.
Yeah, I think that was the game that was the, wasn't it, Jerry?
It
was
was.
for the record books. So a strikeout to end the inning. We'll move to the bottom of the second inning, but right now it's all Gallatin. It's 8-0. Gallatin leading Clarksville on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520. The Moore Studio has been a West Tennessee tradition for over 100 years, and we're still going strong, offering all kinds of professional photography, specializing in portrait and event photography. We feature studio and outdoor portraits and cover events like weddings, class reunions, and other celebrations. Our unique outdoor Liberty Street Gardens affords many opportunities for beautiful portrait settings in the heart of downtown Jackson. In addition, we are experienced in commercial and website photography. 427-1296.
The life insurance business is a lot like, well, life. It feels good to be recognized for a job well done. Like when you get that world's greatest mom mug. At State Farm, it's the same kind of feeling we get when customers rate us highest in customer satisfaction among life insurance providers by J.D. Power. Talk to State Farm agent downtown Allen Brown and find out how good it can feel to be protected with State Farm Life Insurance. Call Allen at 300-4444 or visit him downtown in the shops at Jackson Walk.
We head to the bottom of the second inning. Right now, Gallatin cruising 8-0 over Clarksville here in the Tennessee Little League All-Star Tournament for the Majors in Jackson, Tennessee at Pugh Boyd Park. For Clarksville, leading off here at the bottom of the second inning is number 54. That's Jason Stewart, who plays first base. Dan Reeves and Coach Joe Holloway. And Jerry Marsh, we got a dispute here in the press box. And if we can't figure this out, it's going to be a real white knuckle.
Well, I'll yield to you. It was a semifinal game. That's a record for the semifinal, but it doesn't count as the record for the finals.
Paul Schultze and our man, Mr. Manfred Man Lawson Man on .5 Digital side where you watch the game. And also Jonathan Greer, our executive producer tonight. It's 1-1 on the leadoff man, Jason Stewart. The 1-2, that curveball's a beauty, Coach. It's right in there. It's 1-2.
And he's not missing many of those curveballs. They're all in the strike zone.
It was Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge was the finals.
That was the championship game that went all those overtimes in 1979. Or maybe that didn't go all the overtimes. It couldn't have because it was.
Didn't. It didn't. It was at Rothrock.
Go ahead, Coach. You can tell it. It was 39-28. Oak Ridge over Jackson Central Mary. You say, Coach, that was at?
It was at Rothrock. And that was a semifinal game that Gallatin. That's the reason I said I will yield to y'all on the semifinal, but not on the finals.
So it's 1-2.
Check 76, and you'll see JCM was in a 3 overtime game with one of the Chattanooga teams. That was at Murfreesboro, I believe.
So Gallatin and Jackson Central Mary with some history. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, line drive, foul. Out of play down that left field line, Coach. That would have been they call that a screamer right there.
Yeah, you could hear it yelling, too. And actually, Rufus Laster, who coached at Haywood, his brother was a coach there at Gallatin, and then Rufus later left Haywood and went to Gallatin.
And then Joe Gaddis spent some time at Gallatin, didn't he?
I'd have to think back about Joe. I know he was at Oak Ridge twice. He may have.
Here's the 1-2. It's outside, 2-2. In 1979, Class AAA, Oak Ridge beat JCM football state championship game, 39-28. Here's the 2-2. Curveball outside, runs the count full. In Class 2A that year, Maryville played Humboldt, and the Vikings beat them 13-10. And Alcoa beats Lake County in the single A title game, 13-9. Here's the payoff. Curveball struck him out. Oh, boy. This young man from Gallatin, Ethan Huddleton, coach, has got a gorgeous curveball.
3 strikeouts for that young man. And I believe Jewel Flowers was the tailback for Lake County in that single A game.
Caleb Hudson. Right fielder stands in there. First pitch at curveball, called strike 1.
And that's hard because Hudson's strike zone is smaller, and he still dropped that curve in there.
He's got command, doesn't he, Coach?
He does.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball. He surprised him there on the outside corner. Called strike 2.
Well, what's really helped besides having the great curve is the location. Huddleston's got excellent location of his pitches.
0-2. Here's the 0-2. Curveball, and he struck him out. It was in the dirt, so the catcher did a great job. He'll have to fire down to first base, and does so, and retires Caleb Hudson. So 2 gone now, and nobody on base. Jeb Burchett.
And I want to
compliment. Hitter, Jeb plays left field, and his grandparents are listening and watching tonight.
Well, I want to compliment Burchett. He hustled every time, backed up third, and was in perfect position. And it takes a lot out of you to hustle like that.
First pitch to Burchett in the dirt. It's 1-0. We're in Jackson, Tennessee for the Tennessee Little League State Championship Tournament from Pugleborn Park. Here's the 1-0. Outside 2-0. And Coach Jackson is, for those of you watching in Gallatin and Clarksville and around the world, we're on I-40, halfway between Elvis and Hank Williams, they say. Curveball, stayed high. No, it's right in there. Ball strike 1, 2-1. I-40 between Memphis and Nashville, right halfway between. Jackson-Madison County population right at 100,000. Great town here in West Tennessee, isn't it, Coach?
Oh, a lot of good things, a lot of good sports, a lot of good entertainment. Wonderful place to live.
Come visit us sometime. Here's the 2-1. Curveball, it's a beauty. It's 2-2.
Well, you know, it's the hub city of West Tennessee, and all roads lead to Jackson. US 70 and Highway 45, who once upon a time before the interstate system was the busiest road in America.
Yeah. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Curveball, he struck him out. And another nice play with the catcher to dig it out of the dirt and throw the runner out at first base. Just doing a marvelous job behind home plate is Nolan Dennison. So, nobody reaches, no runs, no hits, and no errors. Here at the bottom of the second inning for Clarksville, we move to the third. It's Gallatin 8. Clarksville nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Your lawn and the landscape around it is the very first thing someone sees when they visit your home or business. Making a great first impression is essential. At Boykin Mowing and Landscaping, we specialize in making that first impression a memorable one. From mowing and edging to weed control, mulching, and stump removal, Boykin's Mowing and Landscape will cater to all your lawn care needs. Licensed and bonded in business for over a decade, Boykins is ready to provide you with prompt and professional lawn and landscape care. Call Boykins today to set up a plan that works for you at 394-7249. That's 394-7249.
The University School of Jackson is a distinctive college preparatory school that seeks to instill a passion for academic excellence and lifelong learning so each student will reach his or her maximum potential. The USJ class of 2015 had 73 members and was awarded over $7 million in scholarships. USJ has an outstanding performing arts department and regularly performs in their 500-seat theater. At USJ, over 70% of our student body competes in athletics in state-of-the-art facilities. To learn more or to join the USJ family, visit usjbruins.org.
University School of Jackson, an education for a lifetime.
Mom, I'm so bored.
Well, Mom, it's going to be a long summer, but it doesn't have to be. Gather up the kids and head to Sky Zone in Jackson. Sky Zone on East Park Square next to Pringles Park in the Jackson Sportsplex is Northwest Tennessee's premier indoor trampoline park, featuring ultimate dodgeball, a foam zone, sky slam, and open jump. No room for boredom at Sky Zone, and it's a great place for birthday parties, too. This could be the ultimate summer at Sky Zone in Jackson. Visit them on Facebook for park times and specials.
Yay, Sky Zone! This is the best summer ever!
Boy, I tell you this, we pause here in just a moment for station ID, but Michael Osborne, our executive producer at point5digital.com, Coach, he says there's people watching in Round Rock, Texas, Bridgewater, New York, Pataskala, Ohio, and Michael did say I did spell it correctly, he says. Davis, California, Rock Hill, South Carolina, Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Gig Harbor, Washington. Or did he misspell that? Should it be Big Harbor?
I'm not sure.
I'm not questioning Michael Osborne. That's a good way to get the snot beat out of you. As we move on to the top of the third inning, it's 8-0 Gallatin, and Gallatin is at the dish with the 8-run lead. Leading off for Gallatin here in the top of the third inning is the big right-handed hitter who stands in there.
This is Austin Brown, who has entered through the entry rule, Dan.
Like I was saying, it's Austin Brown. Here's the 1-1. It's fastball. It's 1-2. Jerry Marsh, one of the umpires here, very talented umpire. He's so talented, they told him to take off tonight.
Well, getting him rested up for tomorrow night.
Coach, he's so talented. They said, Jerry, we don't need you tonight, big fella. He is a great umpire. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just inside. It's full count now. We thank our sponsors that include Marco's Pizza. Oh, they're one of the best pizzas. Well, it is the best pizza in town. Here's the payoff. Line foul. Out of play. We'll do it again. Coach Joe and I can vouch for that. We've had enough of them.
Oh, yeah. Every Monday night. Well, we haven't missed a week without a Marco's Pizza.
No,
or at
we
least
haven't.
a slice. Love it.
Here's the payoff. Line drive, right field. That's a base hit down that right field line. So a nice job of hitting and a sharp single to right field by, and Coach, help me out again with that. I can't make out that name.
That was Austin Brown.
Austin Brown, like I was saying, Jerry. What Coach done? He doesn't miss a thing. The next time you want to argue Jackson sports history, you need to pick another target. This guy here doesn't miss. Coach Joe Holloway.
Now, this should be Steve Halcomb. This will be another substitute hitter.
Steve Halcomb.
Halcomb, not Holcomb, but Halcomb.
See, so tomorrow night when you umpire behind home plate, if you need some help, just turn around and say, Coach, well, I help.
Hey, Jerry will tell you I got the signal.
He's got the signal. I just seen him use it.
Coach Joe's a jewel, boy.
Yeah, okay, he told Joe. Yeah, he told me that, yeah.
Well, you had a discussion between the Gallatin coach, who's issuing a substitute batter, and the scorekeeper here.
You get things on .5 Digital you can't get anywhere else.
Absolutely, Coach. So number 8, Stephen Halcomb. Batting for the first time, hitting from the left side. First pitch is swing and a miss. It's strike one on Halcomb. Let's pause. 10 seconds for station identification.
This is WNWS FM Jackson. News from the Associated Press brought to you by the Hughes Eye Center, the best in medical and surgical eye care. 112 Stonebridge, Jackson.
My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Jonathan Greer, our executive producer director. 1-1 in Halcombe. Here's the 1-1. Oh, beauty. Right in there on the inside corner. It's 1-2. Paul Schultze. And Lawson Mann on the .5 digital side, along with Michael Osborne, Jerry Marsh. Joining us tonight. Here's the 1-2. Yeah, the dirt, it's 2-2.
And little Bob Euchre, just a little bit low. I love that movie, Major League.
Yeah. Just a bit outside. Here's a 2-2 pitch on its way upstairs. Runs the count full. From the Robinson Toyota text line, you can text us at 277-5155. That's 731-277-5155. Let us know where you're watching tonight. They all pitch, bouncer to third. Fielded cleanly. And line drive, throw over to second base. For out number 1, nice job by the third baseman for Clarksville. That's Alex Williams for out number 1.
Alex, a very versatile young man. He can pitch. He can play just about any position.
So 1 gone and a runner on first base. That brings up the leadoff man, Ethan Huddleston. Is that right,
No,
Coach?
it should be Edmondson, Ethan Edmondson, and he's batting for Austin Parker.
Thank you, Coach. It's dark in his press box. In my eyes, you're not what they used to be. And if I can think of another excuse or two, I'll use those.
I got teacher's eyes. We catch cheaters and everything.
Oh, all I have to do is look at our screen. Paul Schultze will help me out. Here's a pass ball getting by the catcher and down to second base. Goes Holcomb, and now Gallatin with a runner in scoring position with 1 out here at the top of the third. Ethan Edmondson at the plate. 2-0 on the left-handed hitter Edmondson. 2-0 pitch outside. It's 3-0. Ethan Edmondson. From the Robinson Toyota text line, this says, great coverage for those of us not there. Thank you. Go Caleb Hudson. And let's go Nationals. Here's the 3-0. It's inside, ball 4. And Ethan Edmondson earns himself a trip to first. And they got Holcomb caught in a run down. He's going to be tagged out between shortstop and second base. That's a big out, number 2, Coach.
It really is, and they needed an inning like this. They being Clarksville, and 8-0, you're not out of the ball game. You just got to be careful, and you know when you get on, don't take chances when they get their offense. Offense has not been. They've had 1 hit so far.
Had a bring to the plate to lead off man Ethan Huddleston. Hitting from the right side with 2 down and a runner on first. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Nice play with the catcher, Swartz. Did not let that ball get back to the screen. One ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Line, right field and deep. Way back there against the wall. And caught for out number 3 by the right fielder for Clarksville. Boy, that was a nice play going back on that ball and putting it away by Caleb Hudson. So there you go, right on time. His family just chimed in with us, and Caleb made a nice play.
Really
so we'll head to the bottom of the third. Right now it's Gallatin in control. It's Gallatin 8 and Clarksville nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
This is attorney Bradley Owens of Hardy Martin Donahoe Owens & Wright. We're a full-service law firm located in Jackson and Trenton, handling all types of legal matters, including personal injury, workers' compensation, divorce and family law, bankruptcy, Social Security disability, and criminal defense. Let Hardy Martin Donahoe Owens & Wright solve all your legal problems. Call us today at 424-2151.
Tipping the scales in your favor.
It's a summer to savor at Marco's Pizza. Right now, get our extra large one-topping pizza for just $12.99 and choose any topping you want. And add a little something sweet to your summer with Marco's new s'mores brownie and double chocolate brownie. Both are made with the finest chocolate chips and drizzled with decadent chocolate sauce. In the spirit of summer, our s'mores brownie is topped with marshmallows and graham cracker sprinkles. Savor summer with Marco's extra large flavor at an extra special price.
Marco's Pizza, Van Drive in the College in front of the Home Depot. Call 300-0400 or online at marcos.com.
The Jackson Generals want you to come out to the ballpark on Saturday, August 15th for Elvis Night and Saturday, August 22nd for Diamond Jacks Throwback Night. Elvis Night will include a special Elvis concert, and West Tennessee Diamond Jacks Throwback Night will include Diamond Jacks jerseys, Diamond Jacks giveaways, and Diamond Jacks memories. Plus, after each game, there will be a spectacular themed fireworks show. Get your tickets in advance by calling 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
Due up for Clarksville here in the bottom of the third inning is Zach Christie, Nathan Barksdale, and Elliot Schoho. Here's a line drive by Christie into right field for a leadoff single for Clarksville. And coach, that's exactly what this Clarksville team needed to get jump started here in the bottom of the third. And they're being shut out right now, 8-0 by Gallatin.
Yeah, they just need base runners and the ability to advance them. You don't need the big blow or anything right now. It's put runners on and get some people home.
Here's Nathan Barksdale hitting from the right side. Well, the wind's really picking up here in Jackson, Tennessee. Yeah, that wind blowing, it's whipping out here.
Yeah, going to blow out towards left and left center.
1-0 by Nathan Barksdale. He offers the bunt, changes his mind, but it's right down the middle. Call strike one. It'll even account at a ball and a strike. This Robinson Toyota Tech says Jalen Reeves-Maben, UT middle linebacker, is Clarksville National Little Leaguer. Go Big Blue. 1-1. Curveball and a swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
Got to guard the plate. First, do you know who the first Little Leaguer, not just from Tennessee, from anywhere to play and make the major leagues?
Let me see, Coach. I'm thinking it was, well, give me a shot. Give me a chance here. Here's the 1-2 pitch on Barksdale. Curveball just outside, 2-2. The first Little Leaguer to make it all the way to the majors.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that it was, let's see. Here's a 2-2 down. Oh, no, call strike three. And Barksdale goes down swinging, or goes down looking, I should say. That'll bring up Elliot. As this young man is a really classic contact hitter, Elliot Schoho. 1 out, a runner on first. Curve ball stayed outside, ball one.
Up to bat with 1 on, 1 out. Number 15, Elliot Schoho.
Schoho. I'm sorry, I mispronounced it. Elliot Schoho. At the plate, 1-0 on Elliott. Here's the 1-0. Line drive, fouled on that third base line. That was a screamer. Coach, I'll say the first Little Leaguer ought to make it all the way to the major leagues is, let's see. I'm going to say Justin Upton. Here's a 1-1 bouncing ball down the first base line, foul. In other words, I don't have an idea.
Well, I'm going to have to look it up and make sure I'm right, but I was told by the late Molly Stansel it was Joey J., the former pitcher with the Braves and the Cincinnati Reds, was the first. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Molly, the late, great Molly Stansel said it. You back him up. I wouldn't bet against him.
No, I wouldn't bet against Molly, who actually was a field supervisor at the World Series.
1-2, bounce third base, fielded cleanly over to first, just in time for out number 2. Boy, that was a nice play by the third baseman. That was, the degree of difficulty was as difficult as it possibly could be, and Dalen Fields made a fantastic play. So 2 gone, runner on second, and Alex Williams will hit for Clarksville National. 2 gone, runner on second base. Curveball gets away, goes to the screen, And there goes the runner down to third base. So Clarksville, coach, with another chance to try to get a run on the board here, down 8-0 in the third.
And Alex Williams was on with catcher's interference in the first inning.
1-0 on Williams. Here's 1-0. Beautiful curveball on that outside corner. 1-1. This Robinson Toyota Tech says little sister Madison cheering for her big brother J.D. Swartz. Go Big Blue. J.D.'s doing a great job catching. Madison, I know you're proud of him. Here's the 1-1. Curveball, line, deep to left field, way back in, gone. It's a hammer time home run for Alex Williams, presented by Brass Field Construction. And Coach says, as they say, that was a no-doubter.
It wasn't, and we need a new baseball. And I'll tell you what it does do. It gives life to Clarksville, cuts the score down, and now they're at a catchable point to Gallatin. So both teams are going to have to continue their fine play.
That brings Aiden Baker to the plate. And we got a pitching change. So we'll take a 60-second timeout and come right back here. Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
News from the Associated Press brought to you by the Hughes Eye Center.
Boy, I'm falling apart here, fellas.
112 Stonebridge, Jackson.
Thank you, Jonathan.
It's in the water.
It must be in the water. I think I need a restroom break, and I was hopeful there was a pitching change. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Aiden Baker, who's a tough man to get out as well. Coach is a man. He hadn't taken a break all night long.
He is the man.
I'm not sure what that says.
0-2 pitch. Fastball outside corner for the strikeout to end the inning. So we move on to the fourth inning. Clarksville gets that goose egg off the board. And after 3, it's Gallatin 8 and Clarksville 2 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Since 1991, Bobby Green of Old Country Auto Sales has gained a reputation of supplying the area with a large assortment of late-model pre-owned vehicles. Combined with the utmost in integrity, that's a rare combination. Bobby sold my high school graduate's first vehicle. 12 years later, my son's come back to Jackson with his family, and he's still driving that vehicle from Old Country Auto. We don't want to be the biggest, we just want to be the best. Old Country Auto, on the corner of Airways and the 45 bypass, or online at oldcountryauto.com.
Dr. Kim Howerton of Patient-Centered Physicians Care believes you should have sufficient time to discuss your medical needs with complete confidentiality with your doctor without being hurried. Dr. Kim Howerton designed her Patient-Centered Physicians Care practice to do just that. She limits her patient load to 20% of other physicians, dedicates at least 30 minutes to each visit, and works directly with you, not an insurance company, to determine the best treatment for your specific healthcare needs and goals. Patient-Centered Physicians Care, only for you. Call 215-2888 for details.
The Peggy Graves team is known as the area's most trusted real estate team. For 25 years, the Peggy Graves team has set the pace in residential sales in Jackson and surrounding counties. The Peggy Graves team finds the perfect home for buyers and gets homes sold quickly for sellers. Peggy Graves and her team have the knowledge and expertise in our real estate market to make your experience fast, easy, and simple. Contact Jackson's most trusted real estate team, the Peggy Graves team, 664-2342, or go online at peggygraves.com.
And back at Fewborn Park, Tennessee State Little League State Tournament action. And Coach Joe Holloway, Dan Reeves, Jerry Marsh with us, who will be back working in the umpiring division. And Allen Urick was actually the first Little Leaguer. It's a trick question. Jay is the first Little Leaguer to win one of the pitching awards in the major league. So a little bit of a trick question there, Jerry.
That's a little before my time.
Well, even Allen Urick was before my time. That was 1948. Wasn't much before my time. So now you know the truth, and Molly was right, but I left out the part about the pitching award. We're ready to start this half the fourth, and driving the ball up the middle of the field is James Mason. And I'm going to tell you what, he hit that one pretty solid, Jerry.
He hit that one just like a rock.
So with the runner on first, Aiden Baker, the pitcher for Clarksville. Clarksville now trailing by 6, 8-2. There's no outs here in the 4th inning.
Austin Lilly.
And let's see, that's Austin. Austin Lilly is hitting now for Fields. And for folks not familiar, you have the entry and re-entry rule, but Austin Lilly, who wears number 34, is the batter with a runner on first. First pitch was a strike. They're playing him straight away. Here's Clarksville's pitcher Aiden into the windup. Ball hit in front of the plate. Baker goes to first for the first out of the inning, and the runner advances to second. So with one out and a runner on second, Luke Springer, the left-handed hitting shortstop, comes to the plate, and he's been on base by base on balls both times, but scored twice, Jerry.
Well, he's a good-looking hitter.
I'll tell you this. One thing's for sure. Terry Moore is a smart aleck. He said, don't pull a hamstring, sitting back down over there. Terry Moore's done a great job for years here in Jackson.
He's done a great job.
He's kind of the boss of umpires, right?
He is pretty much the boss. It's always good to have him on your side.
I've never known that feeling.
I wonder why.
No, he's a great guy. Now, Coach, it looks like now we do have a pitching change. Is that correct?
Yes, we do. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll have to get the numbers here and see who came in. Not sure if that's Burchett or not.
Well, that'll give us time to read a couple of these texts here. Now, wherever you're watching the game tonight, across America and around the world, send us a text and let us know where you're at and how you enjoy our coverage, and we'd appreciate it, if you want to dial it up and say that you really like us. It would really help our egos and make us feel good about ourselves, wouldn't it, Jerry?
It sure would, especially for you, Dan.
Yeah, thank you, Jerry.
What is it? The memberships in the Dan Reeves fan club can be gotten by, it's D. Reeves at, News Talk 101.4. I forgot what it is.
It's Dan at WNWS.com, Coach. Flattery works with me.
And the new pitcher is going to be number 42. It's Grayson Proctor. He'll be coming out of left field.
Grayson's a great player for Clarksville. Robinson Toyota text line is 731-277-5155. 731-277-5155. This one says, little sister Madison cheering on my big brother, J.D. Schwartz. Go Big Blue. This Robinson Toyota text comes in from Ellenboro, North Carolina, rooting for Gallatin. Hello there, Ellenboro, North Carolina. This one comes in saying, watching Austin Parker from, is that it, Hutto? Hutto, Texas? Hutto, Texas. I've never heard of it. What part of Texas is that, Coach?
I don't know, but I guarantee you Bass knows.
Probably does. So, a new pitcher for Clarksville will face Big O number 13 for Gallatin. Here, and that young man's name is Luke Springer. Hits from the left side. Righty on lefty. First pitch in a dirt ball, one on Springer.
And there's that thing we talked about. Your first batter is the toughest to face. You really, I don't think, get enough warm-up pitches. It's not like coming in from the bullpen in minor or Major League Baseball.
You're right, Coach. 1-0 on Springer. Here's the 1-0. Curveball gets by the catcher, and there goes the runner down to third base. And Gallatin now with another run just 60 feet away from home plate. It's 8-2. Gallatin leading Clarksville. We're at the top of the fourth inning. If you win here, you play again tomorrow. If you lose, it's all over. There's the 2-0 pitch. Check swing. He went around, says the third base umpire. It's strike one.
Guys, do y'all like double elimination? I'm so old I played when it was single elimination.
That's what
I
it was when I played.
Love double elimination. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Springer. Bouncing ball to first base. Fielded cleanly and over to first unassisted for out number 2. But in the meantime, scoring the 9th run of the ball game for Gallatin Trotting home there is James Mason, and it's 9-2 Gallatin. But a nice unassisted play over at first base nonetheless.
Number 15, Hayden Miner, toes the plate.
Hayden Miner comes up 1 for 2 on the night, scored a run in the first inning.
Jason Stewart's the first baseman who put that away unassisted. First pitch, beautiful curveball, call strike one. On Clarksville's Mr. Miner, that's Hayden Miner. The 0-1. Back to the screen, it's 1-1.
Now, both of these starting pitchers have probably thrown enough pitches. They won't be eligible to come back tomorrow night, will they, Jerry?
That would be correct, more than likely. I think it's 45 pitches. You got to have 2 days rest.
Yep. 1 ball and 1 strike on Miner. Here's the 1-1. Curveball, popped him up. Fly ball, right field line, twisting. It's fair, and it gets the wall. Rounding first, headed to second is Miner. He pulls in there with a stand-up double. And I'm not kidding you. I thought, Coach, when he hit that ball, it was a pop-up to shallow right field. And that ball carried all the way in the corner and short-hopped the wall for a stand-up double.
Well, it got up in this wind that you can hear in our microphones and stuff, and it kept it going.
2 outs.
So, Miner is on second. That'll break up. Nolan Dennison hitting from the right side with 2 down and a runner on second. First pitch in a dirt, ball 1. It is a windy evening here in Jackson, Tennessee, but not a lot of relief from this humidity. On the broadcast team, here's the 1-0. Curveball and a beauty, call strike 1.
It was nice. And it's a warm breeze to go along with the hot air here in the booth.
Don't you talk about Jerry like that.
I think he was talking about you there, Danny.
Don't you talk about me like that. Here's the 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1.
Fun at the old ballpark.
I think Coach is right, actually. From the Robinson Toyota text line, this one says, love our Clarksville Big Blue. Go Aiden Baker. Thanks for the coverage. Hey, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Curveball, bounce to third. It gets under the glove, and it rolls into left field. And here comes Miner. He's going to score all the way from second base. And Gallatin takes an 11-2 lead. Boy, that took a funny hop on the third baseman. Just ate him up.
It really did. He thought he had a beat on it, Dan.
He did.
And then it just dove to the ground and went under it.
Runner on first and 2 outs.
This is a big inning for Clarksville, Coach. You know, after scoring some runs there in the bottom half of the third, to come back and give them back away here in the fourth.
You're right.
So 2 down. And a runner on first base. And Coach,
Austin Brown's the hitter. He got on with a single the last time.
Austin Brown. Thank you, Coach. Austin Brown, right-handed batter for Gallatin, stands in there. 0-1 on Austin. Here's the 0-1. Another beautiful curveball on the outside corner. It's 0-2. I'm going to be honest with you. I spilled coffee on my roster. So the coach is going to have to bail me out. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Shot its way. Stayed high with the curveball. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Release point a little high. Well, it is a little tough here, and that's what we are. We're a team. We work together.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Gets away from the catcher. It's in the dirt. Yeah, goes running down to second base. So Gallatin threatening to score again. Hey, this one comes in. It says Mookie Betts was the first from Tennessee.
I believe that's right, too.
How about that? It comes in from Middle Tennessee, Clarksville area, I believe. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 3. I said 11. What I should have said was Gallatin takes a 10-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Discover the freedom of clear vision. The LASIK Center of Jackson wants you to see how easy and affordable it is to change your perspective on life with laser vision correction. If you've dealt with poor vision for too long, life can be simple again. Dr. David Underwood has helped thousands of people improve their vision and their lives with LASIK. Let the LASIK Center of Jackson show you the way to clear vision. So what are you waiting for? Call the LASIK Center of Jackson and schedule your free consultation. Call 731-668-0064 or visit us online at LASIKofJackson.com.
Hi, this is Stephen Rich from the WD in the mall. At the WD, we specialize in every kind of accessory for your cell phone, smartphone, iPad, iPod, and more. But we don't charge the high prices the big guys do. At the WD, you get chargers for your car, home, cell phone cases, otter boxes, protective cases for your phone, iPad, iPod, plus holsters, screen protectors, and you save up to 50% or more. Come see us today at the WD in the mall, right in front of Victoria's Secret, or visit us online at WDJackson.com.
Some stores are too small with one focus, like spatulas, and some stores are so big they're not even sure what they carry. But Ace Hardware Jackson is just right. Looking for Bass Pro Fishing supplies or poles, hunting, fishing license? Ace is the place. Yeti coolers and supplies, Carpet Express carpet cleaner rentals, pool supplies, cabbage stain for house and decks, market umbrellas, banquet tables and chairs. You got it. Ace is the place. Locally owned and operated, open 7 days a week at 3315 North Highland Avenue in the former Wonder Bread store. Be sure to like us on Facebook at Ace of Jackson.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
J.D. Swartz leading off here at the bottom of the fourth inning for Clarksville. Gallatin with a 10-2 advantage in the bottom of the fourth inning. And J.D. Swartz has a fan base watching the game tonight. .5digital.com. Let's see who's watching. I believe it's JD's
sister, I believe. And JD 0 for 1, but he's done such a marvelous job catching. Very agile young man back there, and he's shown a pretty good arm throwing the ball down and trying to hold some runners close.
My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway.
But he's done, right? He can't go back out the field or hit again.
The producing and directing end of it is Jonathan Greer, doing a great job with the .5 digital side where you're watching the game tonight. Paul Schultze, Worthy Road Studios, along with Lawson Mayer. Oh, Swartz takes that one on the backside. He'll get first base. That one hit him in a good spot, though, Coach. Hit him right on the bottom where you've got some padding. So Swartz will kind of shake it off down at first base, and he's got the leadoff man on base for Clarksville here at the bottom of the fourth inning. And Coach, down by 8 runs, and we're running out of outs here. If you're a Clarksville fan, it's time to start the comeback.
You're absolutely right about that. He worked it out, and he's a good base runner. Davison,
Michael Davidson,
is up at the plate.
Michael hitting from the right side. First pitch, fastball, outside corner, call strike one. Robinson Joy to text line. Text us. Let us know where you're watching the game. You can text us at 731-277-5155. 731-277-5155. 0-1 on Davidson. The 0-1, the curveball, swing and a miss. Strike two.
And this is Davidson's first plate appearance as he's in the entry rule, batting in Jason Stewart's spot.
0-2 on Davidson. Runner on first base. Nobody out in the bottom of the fourth inning for Clarksville. The 0-2 curveball grounded to short. Over to second base. In time for 1 out, but not in time to double up Davidson at first base. So fielder's choice and a runner on first with 1 down for Clarksville here in the bottom of the fourth. Robinson Choi to text line from Gallatin says, "Go Gallatin." That'll bring up number 42. That's Grayson Proctor for Clarksville, hitting from the right side. Curveball and another beauty right in there, call strike one. And what a gem of a game we're watching tonight with that beautiful curveball. It's almost like watching a Little League version of Greg Maddox out there.
It is, Dan.
0-1, a curveball, swing and a miss, it's 0-2.
And his arm is in about the same groove every time he throws, whether it's curve or fastball.
Ethan Huddleton pitching a marvelous game for Gallatin. The 0-2, swing and a miss, and another strikeout. Proctor goes down swinging. So 2 gone for Clarksville. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Gallatin with a 10-2 lead.
With a runner on first.
And that'll bring up Cole Abernathy.
Number 28, Cole Abernathy.
Hitting from the right side. Trying to solve this Ethan Riddle. Curveball outside, ball 1.
8 strikeouts for Huddleston.
Here's a nice text. Says, shout out to the city of Jackson, Tennessee for hosting a first-class state tournament. We thank you for your time and dedication. Signed, the Clarksville Nationals. Well, thank you, Clarksville. That was really nice of you to send that. Abernathy swinging a miss. It's 1-1.
Well, their team has been very classy the whole tournament day.
Yes. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball, call strike 2. This Robinson Toyota text says, hi, I'm Jennifer Miner, Hayden Miner's mom, and Colin Miner, Hayden Miner's brother, watching from Gallatin. Go Gallatin All-Stars. And thanks for showing the game. The 1-2, curveball, and another strikeout. Down goes Abernathy, and down goes Clarksville. Here at the bottom of the 4th inning, we'll move to the 5th. Gallatin in control, 10-2 on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
As a business owner, Mike Hines of Minuteman Press understands the importance of time-saving business forms that organize, streamline, and professionally present your business to clients. Minuteman Press has products to fit any budget. Mike offers solutions, service, and timely delivery of business forms, cards, stationery, and presentations. Contact Mike Hines of Minuteman Press to save you time and money when it comes to your business forms. Call 664-5880 or go online to jackson.minutemanpress.com. The next 60 seconds could save one of your lives out there. Seabass here for Preventagenics, and as many of you know, I was very sick a few months ago. To be honest, I was pretty scared. I got out of the hospital and knew some things had to change. That's when I put Jeff Young of Preventagenics on the case. Preventagenics is dedicated to help its patients work to help prevent as well as treat heart attacks, strokes, as well as focusing on general health, wellness, weight loss, and diabetes management. Guys, the warning signs your body is giving you are just that, warnings. It won't just go away. I've never experienced anything in healthcare like Jeff Young and Preventagenics. They're located at 162 Murray Guard Drive. Call today for an appointment at 300-0044. And introducing a brand new Preventagenics location at 210 North Liberty Street in downtown Jackson. Find them online at preventevents.com. And as Jeff Young always says, he wants to see you before you get sick. Preventagenics, keeping you young at heart.
On to the 5th inning. Proctor is still on the mound for Clarksville. Gallatin in control, 10-2. My name's Dan Rees, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Jerry Marsh, our guest tonight, umpire Jerry Marsh. Producing and directing is Jonathan Greer, back at News Talk World Headquarters. Paul Schultze and Lawson Man on the Worthy Road Studio side, where you're watching tonight's game. We are Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM in Jackson, Tennessee. We do this digital TV for high school football games. We've got USJ. We've got Crockett County. We've got South Gibson. We have Chester County just joining us. Haywood County. We do this every Friday night. 10-2. Gallatin in control here in the top of the 5th inning. Proctor still on the mound for Clarksville, leading off for Gallatin here in the top of the 5th inning. With my coffee-covered Gallatin roster, I'll defer to Coach Joe Holloway.
Well, Jay Adams, the starting outfield's back in for the Gallatin team.
Oh, line shot, snagged by the pitcher, Proctor. Round number 1. Holy moly. Jay Adams lined that ball, a line drive at Proctor. That one came back to Proctor harder than he threw it, and he snagged it for round number 1. Holy moly, Coach.
And I'm glad his teammates came in and high-fived him, and he is smiling and laughing a little bit about it, and he says, I got it.
That'll bring up Austin Parker. I mean, that was self-defense, wasn't it, Coach?
It really was.
So Austin Parker, the big right-handed hitter, standing in there against Proctor. First pitch, high, ball 1.
And I finally straightened this thing out. Alec Urick was the first to sign with a major league team and actually played in the farm system, the Boston Braves. But Joey J was the first to make it all the way.
1-0. Call, strike one. It's 1-1. Robinson joined a text line. This one says, let's go, Big Blue. Little brother Benton in the stands with big sister Sydney watching from home. From home says, let's go, number 8, Nathan Barksdale. Here's the 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1. Robinson joined a text line. Nice to hear from folks all across the nation. This one says, thanks for streaming. We're watching from Gallatin. Go, Big G. Jim Fields. Big G. Jim Fields. Jay Adams has people watching in Atlanta, Nashville, and Gallatin. And Granny says she loves you, Jay. 2-1 line foul down the right field line. Love our Clarksville Big Blue. Go Aiden Baker. Thanks for the coverage. Well, it's our pleasure. This one says, Dan, don't let them give you too much smack talk. You're doing a great job. That's just how I know they still love me. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Proctor on its way. Curveball just outside. Runs the count full on the big right-handed hitting Jay Adams.
I wonder if Steve from Lexington's watching.
Probably not. Technology hadn't exactly caught up to Steve from Lexington. Payoff, swing and a miss. Proctor struck him out, round number 2. Here's a shout out for Clarksville Nationals. We also have 2 brothers, Ryan and Reed Harper, playing for the Braves Association, working their way up. Well, that's awesome. Ethan Holston in bat for Gallatin with 2 gone and nobody on base here in the top of the 5th inning. Oh, and Ethan gets hit on the left forearm or left shoulder. He's okay. Kind of a glancing blow, Coach, and he makes his way down to first base.
He's doing fine. He's not even shaking it off. So and I think that was supposed to have been an off-speed pitch that hit him too.
Yeah, curve ball that didn't curve.
And sometimes they don't break.
I've thrown a lot of those in my day.
Yeah, that wasn't the one Kevin Ward hit off of you, was it?
Kevin never touched one of my pitches. Here's
That's not
Ethan,
what he told me.
All right, I wouldn't argue that that's not what he told you. But what I'm arguing is the accuracy of his comments. And who do we have here, Coach?
Okay, let's check this out. It's James Mason, who has scored all 3 times. He's made a plate appearance. He's actually 1 for 3, though. Got on with 2 errors.
James Mason. Boy, he is a strong kid. No, the truth is I hit a line drive home run off Kevin Ward.
Oh, okay. So the story's
That's
reversed.
what happened.
That's what happened.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. In case you folks listening or watching across the Tennessee, you hear the name Kevin Ward, you say, I've heard that name. He's the head football coach for the Crockett County Cavaliers and a great football coach. In Little League, though, I hit my first home run my 12-year-old year off of Kevin. Here's a bouncer to third, over to second base. They go with it for the force out and in the inning. So after 4.5, we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Gallatin 10 and Clarksville National 2 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
At Southern Trucks and 4x4, we understand the pre-owned truck market. We developed a streamlined process for finding reliable pre-owned diesel and gas pickup trucks that are reasonably priced. Because we are a full-service and accessorizing center, our pre-owned inventory gets inspected and serviced before you buy it, and we can customize it any way you want before it leaves our lot. I'm Gary Sims at Southern Trucks and 4x4. We sell, buy, and trade trucks, and you will find that your business experience will be comfortable, fair, and enjoyable. Southern Trucks and 4x4. Ask for Gary, 422-3722.
Little League Baseball is back in Jackson, and Jackson's News Talk 101.5 will broadcast the game of the week. You may also watch the game on .5digital.com, courtesy of Total Sports Academy and Jackson Baseball Academy. They're a full retail store supplying uniforms, customized t-shirts, baseball and softball bats, equipment, and instruction, with full batting cages for rent anytime. Total Sports and Jackson Baseball Academy are located next to the Sportsplex in Parkstone Place.
Sports play such a big role in so many children's lives, and they create memories that last a lifetime. At Great American Sports, we specialize in all sports apparel and equipment, as well as embroidery and screen printing. We are the largest bat supply in West Tennessee, and we carry the Easton Mako bat. At Great American Sports, we make sports an addiction. We're located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard. Call us today at 422-6203. Great American Sports, where West Tennessee gets ready for game time.
On to the bottom of the fifth inning, leading off for Clarksville is number 14. That's Zach Christie, hitting from the left-hand side. First pitch to Zach, swing and a miss. It's strike one. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. The other voice you hear in the booth is Jerry. What's your last name, Jerry? I'm kidding, Jerry Marsh. Jerry Marsh, a great umpire here in Jackson, Tennessee.
Used to be a pretty fair ball player, too, Dan.
Whatever.
And Zach Christie's 1-for-1, had a single back in the third inning to lead it off.
A ball and a strike on Zach Christie here for Clarksville National, leading off the bottom of the fifth. Boy, a body tip. It turned into self-defense. That curveball was breaking in on him. It's 1-2.
Very nifty handling of that. I bet he would be good with a kendo stick in martial arts.
That was nifty right there by Zach. Paul Schultze and Lawson Mann on the .5 digital side, along with Michael Osborne. Jonathan Greer, our executive producer. Curveball, fouled away. Nice job by Zach Christie to fight that one off. Ethan Huddle, is it Huddleston?
Huddleston.
Huddleston. Ethan Huddleston. And the reason I'm having to go to coach on all this, I spilled coffee on my roster, my Gallatin roster. Ethan Huddleston doing a great job pitching tonight. He's gone all the way for Gallatin. The 1-2 fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again.
We know coffee's bad for your eyes.
It's bad for my roster, I tell you that.
Juan Valdez will be after me for saying that.
So will the Folgers people.
Yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Zach Christie, leading off for Clarksville. The 1-2 curveball, a swing and a miss, and down goes Christie on strikes. And boy, oh boy, Ethan Huddleston just pitching a marvelous game.
That was a Wicked Wilson Pickett curveball.
It was. This will bring up Nathan Barksdale for Clarksville. He's got family watching tonight. Barksdale hitting the right side, curveball. Stayed high, it's 1-0.
Nathan had that great throw back in the first inning. He's 0 for 2, but what a game out in the outfield.
You ain't kidding, Coach. Oh, boy. He's good. Nathan Barksdale. Here's the 1-0. Fastball outside, 2-0. This Robinson Choi to text says, thanks to all the wonderful coaches of Clarksville National for mentoring our boys. These are lifetime memories, and they really are. Just like that home run I hit off Kevin Ward. Here's the 2-0. Popped him up, right field line, twisting foul, and it lands harmlessly. You know, Ernest Fields, a lot of you know the name Ernest Fields, who ended up the second all-time leading tackler in the history of University of Tennessee football when he finished his career for the Vols. He played on my team in Little League. We played for Farmers People's Bank. I was a pitcher, he was a catcher. Here's the 2-1. Curveball stayed high, 3-1. And, Coach, you talked to Ernest today about his memories, even though he played at UT, was an all-SEC linebacker, and then played some professional football. He'll talk about his days in Little League baseball. Here's a 3-1. Curveball, swing and a miss, and Barksdale goes, oh, no, that's only strike 2. Runs a count full. But he talks about his memories of playing Little League baseball. That's
about relationships, and you remember your managers and your people like that. And Al Wilson said the same thing. Remember, he was a great baseball player,
yes, he was.
Too.
Another former great UT Vol. Payoff pitch. Scalded down to first base. Gets away from Mason, and there goes Barksdale rounding first, and he's going to get to second base. Look at the wheels on Nathan Barksdale. That was a tough one to handle down at first base. Just scalded that ball, and I got to give him a base hit on that one.
I did, Dan. And I'm going to tell you what base run. I love daring, aggressive base running.
Oh, boy.
15, Elliott Shaw.
Here is Elliott Shawyo for Clarksville, batting from the left side. First pitch swinging, fly ball, center field. That's going to be taken in for out number 2, and there goes Barksdale tagging up and moving over to third base. Boy, he is fast, so he's going to wind up on third with 2 outs for Clarksville.
And score that as a sacrifice fly, so it won't count as a time at bat against Elliott Shawyo.
And this is Alex Williams at the plate for Clarksville National.
He had a big home run the last time up there.
He sure did. 2-run shot. First pitch, line drive, base hit up the middle. That's going to get him another RBI. And he gets by the center fielder, rolls to the wall. There goes Williams, rounding first. He'll pull up at second base. He scored in that one. That's the 3rd RBI for Williams tonight. He has all 3 runs batted in for Clarksville National. And Clarksville National now closes the gap to 7 runs. It's Gallatin 10 and Clarksville National 3.
Aiden Baker 1 for 2 tonight, could really help things with a bingle here.
So Baker stands in there with 2 gone and a runner on second base. And there goes the man again with that beautiful pitch for strike number 1. Huddleston has been ahead of these batters all night long. 0-1, and here's on Baker, the 0-1 downstairs. It's 1-1.
And you referred to him earlier in the game like Greg Maddox, and you're right. He has worked the corners and really nibbled at the corners and placed the ball well.
1-1. Here's the 1-1. It's upstairs. 2-1 on Baker.
I just wonder, Danny, if he's getting a little tired right now.
Could be with all this humidity. He's gone the distance here. He's pitched 4 2/3 innings. Only giving up 3 runs. Curveball, bounce to second, fielded cleanly over to first base for out number 3. So that'll do it through 5. We'll head to the 6th and final inning. It's Gallatin 10 and Clarksville National 3 on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520. The Moore Studio has been a West Tennessee tradition for over 100 years, and we're still going strong, offering all kinds of professional photography, specializing in portrait and event photography. We feature studio and outdoor portraits and cover events like weddings, class reunions, and other celebrations. Our unique outdoor Liberty Street Gardens affords many opportunities for beautiful portrait settings in the heart of downtown Jackson. In addition, we are experienced in commercial and website photography. 427-1296.
So you've cut back on everything from lattes to lunches, but if you're still coming up short at the end of the month, try this. Give State Farm agent downtown Allen Brown in Jackson a call for a free discount double check. He'll show you how something as simple as combining car and home policies could save you hundreds of dollars a year, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why Allen is here. Call 300-4444 or visit downtownallenbrown.com today.
Headed to the 6th and final inning, Gallatin in control, 10-3 over Clarksville National. And headed back out to the mound to start the 6th inning. That's not a hurricane, that's Hurricane Jerry.
The blonde bomber himself.
First lesson in broadcasting is don't grab the mics once we get on the air, Jerry. I've told you and I've told you. I've told you. You're gonna mess around here and get fired.
On my day off.
Here's Gallatin now. with their final at bat unless we go to extra innings. And here's Coach.
And Dalen Field, the third baseman, re-enters the game, and he actually re-entered in the other half of the inning. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He's looking for his first hit, and Grayson Proctor on the mound now for Clarksville.
Proctor back out there, and here is Dalen Field to lead off for Gallatin, a big right-handed batter. He's stout. First pitch from Proctor on the way. Fouled back to the screen. This Robinson Toyota text says James Mason and Stephen Holcomb, Auntie Kata, Gwen, and Shanisha watching from Gallatin, and we love y'all. Well, we love y'all right back here.
Yes, we do.
Thanks for watching. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2. We've had texts tonight from all across America watching this Little League Baseball tournament.
And we're glad that we can do this for you in the .5 digital system. There's a lot of good sports on there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, folks, don't stay with us, after this tournament's over. We have a lot of great sports programming. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Jonathan Greer, our executive producer, director. On the .5 digital side, where you're watching digital TV, Paul Schultze and Lawson Mayer. 0-2. Proctor's 0-2. Bouncing ball, base hit between third base and shortstop. Dalen Field with a single to start the sixth inning for Gallatin. That'll bring up Luke Springer. Hitting from the left side. Boy, this Gallatin team, Coach, they are a tough bunch, man. They're good. So is Clarksville. But tonight has been Gallatin's night, at least to this point.
The first inning really made a difference. They jumped out and got that early. You take the first inning away, pretty even game. Luke Springer comes 0 for 1. He's been on base twice with bases on balls and scored both times.
So Luke Springer stands in there, batting from the left side against the right-handed pitching Proctor. First pitch, bouncing ball to second. Over to second base for 1, and that's going to be about it. Springer so fast down to first base. The great work there with the second baseman and shortstop for Clarksville.
Second baseman went high for that one to grab it out of the air and converted.
And a break up Hayden Miner.
Miner 2 for 3 tonight, scored twice.
Runner at first, one down for Gallatin. Top of the sixth. Oh, it gets away. There goes Springer. Late throw by the catcher. Got to make it into center field, but backing that play up, so Springer couldn't take an extra base.
Good effort by the young men. Proper backup, and you can tell they've been well coached to do that.
Nathan Barksdale made sure of that. 10-3. Top of the sixth inning. Gallatin leading Clarksville National. Here's the 1-0. To Miner, gets away again, and there goes Springer down to third base. So Gallatin looking to tack on some insurance runs here in the top of the sixth.
I bet Springer is pretty good at basketball and football both. He runs well.
Yes, great-looking athlete. From Gallatin, here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. It's striking. Some of the people we've heard from tonight: Round Rock, Texas; Bridgewater, New York; Pataskala, Ohio; Davis, California; Rock Hill, South Carolina. 2-1 is outside, 3-1. Gig Harbor, Washington. Michael says, trust me. Boise, Idaho.
Home of Boise State in the big blue field.
Here's the 3-1 to Miner. It's inside, and Miner earns himself a walk. So runners on the corners with one gone in the sixth inning for Gallatin. That'll bring up Nolan Dennison.
See if the play's on first and third, and see if they steal Miner to second, trying to draw a throw.
It's 10-3. Gallatin with a lead over Clarksville National. Proctor's first pitch to Dennison, and there goes the runner, and they throw through down to second, and he is safe at second base, and the runner on third, Springer, stays put.
Runners on second and third with 1 out.
So second and third now with 1 out. He had a chance.
Dennison.
RBI situation for Nolan Dennison here, hitting from the right side for Gallatin. 1-0 on Dennison. Here's the 1-0. Line drive, left field. That one's going to drop for a base hit. Here comes Springer. He'll score. And Dennison moves over to third base. Or make that Minor moves over to third base. And Dennison with a single to left field, an RBI single. He'll stop at first base. And it's 11-3. And this will bring up
Logan Purcell. Yeah, he's back in the ball game on re-entry.
I was trying to get that out there.
Oh,
Logan
okay.
Purcell at the plate. 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Gallatin with an 11-3 lead. Here's first pitch from Proctor. Bouncing ball foul off to third base side. My name's Dan Reeves, along with my broadcast partner, Coach Joe Holloway. And friend Jerry Marsh. That's right, Jerry. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt, and there goes Dennison down to second base. So second and third now for Gallatin.
Terry, have you ever been confused for Jerry Steinfeld?
No.
Okay.
I can see why. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball. Bounce back to the mound. Proctor. A great snag over to first. Route number 2. Oh, boy, that's the second time, Coach. He's robbed a base hit up the middle.
Yes, it is. He has made 2 great fielding plays.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very important public service announcement. The concessions will be closing momentarily, so if you'd like to...
Okay, not good news here. The PA announcer just announced that the concession stands would be closing shortly.
Well, we may have to call a timeout and run over and get some Marco's pizza.
You know, it's the best pizza in town. This brings up Jay Adams with 2 outs and runners on second and third.
Fielder Jay Adams.
Gallatin with an 11-3 lead at the top of the 6th inning. And trying to tag on a few insurance runs. You win here, you're still alive, Coach, playing out of the loser's bracket. And who knows? You know?
I've seen teams come out of the loser's bracket before. Tough road ahead of, though, anybody in the loser's bracket, because that means eventually you have to beat the one that comes out of the winner's bracket twice.
Snap, throw to third. Back there is the runner. It's 2-0 on Jay Adams. This one comes in. It says, I'm James Mason's grandmother from Nashville and a great game. Playing hard. Granny loves you. Way to go, Gallatin All-Stars. You can always depend on Grandma. 2-0 pitch, fastball. Call strike 1 at Adams. Robinson joined the text line. Go big game, James. Number 33 all the way from Atlanta. Mommy loves you. Big game, James. That must be Gallatin's number 33, James Mason. Here's a 2-1. Line drive, center field. That's a base hit by Adams. 1 run will score. Rounding third, headed home is run number 2, and it slides in there safely. It's 13-3. Gallatin takes a 10-run lead here at the top of the 6th inning. That brings up Austin Parker.
13-3 in the top of the 6th inning. Runner on second with 2 outs.
Parker hitting from the right side. A runner on second base. 2 gone here for Gallatin in their half of the 6th inning. Proctor wheels and deals. Gets by the catcher. It's a ball outside. And Adams will take third base. Well, that's a damaging hit right there, Coach.
It really is. Those extra runs that you got to score. Austin Parker, who's up there now, is 1 for 2 on the night.
1 ball, no strikes on Austin Parker. Proctor's pitch, fouled back out of play. I'll tell you this. Jerry's bragging about his day off. I know that some of you out of town watching don't know this, but we're Jackson's News Talk 101.5, and we're a talk radio station. I was on the air this morning for 5 hours, and this is the 4th hour I've been on tonight. Here's a line drive, right field, way back, and off the bottom of the wall. Another run will score as Hall. Make that Adams scores, and Austin Parker with a stand-up double. Coach, and that one nearly got out of here.
It really did. If it wasn't wind blowing against it, I think it might have carried on out here, but that wind's blowing towards left field.
Boy, that brings up Ethan Huddleston, who's pitched a great game. So that's a timeout in the field now. That'll give me a chance to start talking about me again here. 5 hours talk radio this morning from 8 to 1. And then hit the air at 6 tonight, and it's 10 o'clock now. And I don't want to make this all about me, but folks, this is not as easy as we make it appear. This is, let's see, 9 hours and counting on talk radio today.
And we don't just show up at 6 o'clock. You get here about an hour early.
That's right. So,
and Paul Schultze actually gets here before we do.
Don't bring him into this. Let's talk about the broadcasters here for a moment. Don't steal my thunder.
Okay. I will return it.
Coach is much nicer than me. You know
exactly.
He's a great American, Coach Joe Holloway. Who we got up here, Coach?
Okay, we've got Ethan Huddleston, the pitcher, and he's only 0 for 1 because he's walked, been hit twice as a batter, and he did fly out to right field. So he's 0 for 1.
And boy, he's pitched a fantastic game. It's 1-0, and Ethan is Proctor wheeling and dealing in the dirt, 2-0. Snap, throw back to second base. Gets away, but not far enough. And that one may have hit Austin Parker. It did. He's okay. Don't worry about me, though. I'll be okay. It's 2-0. Proctor, curveball inside, 3-0 on Ethan Huddleston. We got great sponsors like Great American Sports. Ben Vargason and Company. Southern Trucks and 4x4. Stephen Sweat and his sons. Here's the 3-0. Bouncing ball to third. Over to first base to reach out of the side. So we're to the bottom of the 6th inning. Gallatin in control. It's Gallatin 14 and Clarksville National 3 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Your lawn and the landscape around it is the very first thing someone sees when they visit your home or business. Making a great first impression is essential. At Boykin Mowing and Landscaping, we specialize in making that first impression a memorable one. From mowing and edging to weed control, mulching, and stump removal, Boykin's Mowing and Landscape will cater to all your lawn care needs. Licensed and bonded in business for over a decade, Boykins is ready to provide you with prompt and professional lawn and landscape care. Call Boykins today to set up a plan that works for you at 394-7249. That's 394-7249.
The University School of Jackson is a distinctive college preparatory school that seeks to instill a passion for academic excellence and lifelong learning so each student will reach his or her maximum potential. The USJ class of 2015 had 73 members and was awarded over $7 million in scholarships. USJ has an outstanding performing arts department and regularly performs in their 500-seat theater. At USJ, over 70% of our student body competes in athletics in state-of-the-art facilities. To learn more or to join the USJ family, visit USJBruins.org.
University School of Jackson, an education for a lifetime.
Mom, I'm so bored.
Well, Mom, it's going to be a long summer, but it doesn't have to be. Gather up the kids and head to Sky Zone in Jackson. Sky Zone on East Park Square next to Pringles Park in the Jackson Sportsplex is Northwest Tennessee's premier indoor trampoline park, featuring ultimate dodgeball, a foam zone, sky slam, and open jump. No room for boredom at Sky Zone, and it's a great place for birthday parties, too. This could be the ultimate summer at Sky Zone in Jackson. Visit them on Facebook for park times and specials.
Yay, Sky Zone! This is the best summer ever!
J.D. Swartz to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for Clarksville National. Last chance here for Clarksville. Down 14-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And a tough man on the mound, Proctor. Or make that Ethan Huddleston for Gallatin. And, Coach, he's gone all the way here in this elimination game, and he starts off with a curveball, strike one.
Yeah, 10 strikeouts and throwing a 5-hitter presently.
Oh, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 curveball, bounce to third, and he gets away from the third baseman. And on first, he'll go for the young man, J.D. Swartz, who keeps his team alive. That's a clutch leadoff hit, Coach.
Yes, it is. And they need base runners now. They can't get it all back at one time, and you just want to get base runners on and try to keep from making outs, because you only got 3 outs in an inning, and we need, let's see, about 11 runs to tie it up.
Jason Stewart. With nobody out, the runner on first base for Clarksville. Curveball, swing and a miss. Strike one.
Stewart capable of the long ball and just needs to make contact and get on, or take a walk and get on.
Need base runners, Coach.
Yep.
You're right. That's Clarksville. Here's the 0-1. It's outside, 1-1. Still getting texts from Clarksville. Battle Blue. You all the winners in Clarksville's eyes. Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. That came in on the Robinson Toyota text line. The 1-1, a fastball, and I'll tell you this, it's on that outside corner, strike two. Ethan Huddleston is, I'm telling you, this guy's the Little League version of Greg Maddox. Coach, he's sneaky with that fastball.
He really is. It gets on you, and he works that corner of the plate.
Here's the 1-2, just outside, 2-2.
He likes to work away, and once you get somebody leaning, working away, then you jam it back on the inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off down the third base line. Nice job of hitting by Jason Stewart to stay alive. I wouldn't want to, you imagine being a little leaguer trying to figure out Mr. Huddleston with his, he's very clever out there on the mound. Here's a 2-2. Curveball, it's high. Runs the count full.
And Stewart's had a good eye and worked. He hung in there on the one he fouled off. Yeah. So here's the payoff pitch coming up.
3-2 pitch. Curveball, he struck Stewart out. Son, he's crafty.
That one had a little juice on it, and that's the 11th strikeout by Huddleston.
I believe they said that was the 84th pitch, so this may be the last batter. How many can you throw, Jerry?
85. He can finish this batter.
He can finish this batter. Okay, Caleb Hudson up there. So Mr. Hudson is the unlucky man to have to be the last one to face Ethan Huddleston, who's pitched at Jim for Gallatin. 1 on first, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Clarksville down 14-3. 1-0 is upstairs, 2-0. So how long would it be after he throws his 80 pitches tonight before he could pitch again?
He'd have to have 4 days rest.
So he's done.
He's done for the tournament after tonight.
2-0. Here's the 2-0. Down low, 3-0.
Well, with him being the leadoff man, this is the first time I've seen Gallatin play, but tells me that he's important enough in the field that he'll be in there.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Coach. We say he's done. Coach pointed out he may be done pitching for the tournament, but he's still going to be playing. 3-0 in the dirt. Ball 4. Hudson earns a walk. So Clarksville National trying to get something cranked up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we've got timeout. It's going to be a pitching change for Gallatin. What a game. Ethan Huddleston pitched tonight. He leaves with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning, and his team leading 14-3. So Gallatin 14, Clarksville National 3. We'll take a 60-second break and come back right here at Pugh Park for the Tennessee Little League All-Star Tournament for the Majors on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
This is attorney Bradley Owens of Hardy Martin Donahoe Owens & Wright. We're a full-service law firm located in Jackson and Trenton, handling all types of legal matters, including personal injury, workers' compensation, divorce and family law, bankruptcy, Social Security disability, and criminal defense. Let Hardy Martin Donahoe Owens and Wright solve all your legal problems. Call us today at 424-2151.
Tipping the scales in your favor.
It's a summer to savor at Marco's Pizza. Right now, get our extra large one-topping pizza for just $12.99 and choose any topping you want. And add a little something sweet to your summer with Marco's new s'mores brownie and double chocolate brownie. Both are made with the finest chocolate chips and drizzled with decadent chocolate sauce. In the spirit of summer, our s'mores brownie is topped with marshmallows and graham cracker sprinkles. Savor summer with Marco's extra large flavor at an extra special price.
Marco's Pizza, Van Drive in the College in front of the Home Depot. Call 300-0400 or online at marcos.com.
Jabba Bird Chad will be the first man up here to face the brand new pitcher for Gallatin. Here's Coach Joe Holloway to fill us in with a brand new pitcher.
Well, they've moved Luke Springer, the shortstop, in, and he has a fastball as his main pitch, and Huddleston will go to short. Now, Jerry, what's the pitching rule on him coming back? Because they have to play again tomorrow.
As long as he throws 20 or less, he can come back and pitch tomorrow.
Okay, so it's imperative. We'll close the book at 5 1/3 innings, 2 walks for Huddleston and 11 strikeouts.
What a game, Coach, for Huddleston. What a game. So here's Springer on the mound to try to close it out for Gallatin. And Jab Bird Chad at the plate. First pitch inside, gets away, and there go the runners, advancing to third and to second base. So runners in scoring position for Clarksville, with one out at the bottom of the 6th inning of this elimination game. This one says go Clarksville from Ma'am, KK, and E, cheering for Nathan Barksdale from Arlington, Tennessee. Hello, Arlington, just down the road from us here in Jackson. The 1-0 fastball from Springer right out that corner, call strike one.
And I would suspect if Gallatin were to win that Springer will be the pitcher to start tomorrow night.
Well, yeah. After you deal with the crafty. Oh, fastball, strike two. After you deal with a crafty Huddleston for 6+ innings, here comes the fireball Springer in there, Coach. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Fastball. Strike three. I mean, Springer just, he's nothing fancy with him. He just ran back and rocking and rolling, isn't he?
This is like Mariano Rivera. You just come in there throwing the number one.
That's right, yeah. So 2 gone. Here is Zach Christie. Zach represents the last hope for Clarksville National. Oh boy, fastball right down the pipe, call strike one. Springer is on fire right now. And Coach is right, he looks like Mario. What I said?
Mariano
Andretti.
Rivera.
Here's the 1-0-1. It's in the dirt, 1-1.
Zach Christie's 1 for 2. He had a hit and scored in the 3rd inning.
He does look like Rivera. I'll reference, I'm into my 9th hour on the air. Here's the 1-1 outside, 2-1. Gets away from the catcher, but that far enough.
You the man.
Coach, thank you. Thank you. I don't want to make this all about me, but let's talk about me for a little bit.
I bet Bass could handle it.
Paul, after we get off the air, you want to talk about me for a little bit with me? Here's the 2-1. It's inside. 3-1. Paul said, "Jeez, I'm getting as far away from you as I can after this game." 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Christie keeps his team alive, Coach, by earning a walk. You got to give Christie a lot of credit. That's a lot of pressure when you're up there in that spot.
Sacks are jamming, and here comes Barksdale. He's 1 for 3 tonight. He had a single and scored his last time up there.
Well, and Nathan Barksdale, who's played a great game, as Coach just mentioned, and we just got this text on the Robinson Toyota text line that says, go Clarksville, Ma'am, KK, and E, cheering for Nathan Barksdale from Arlington, Tennessee. So hopefully Nathan can keep the season going and make his family's going to be proud of him anyhow. He's played a great game.
He has.
No matter what happens here, right, Coach?
Yeah, but what an opportunity. Dan, right here. The Ducks are on the pond. There's no place to put him. Pitcher against hitter. Baseball is the great equalizer, one-on-one.
Here we go. It's going to be a real white knuckler. Here's the first pitch. Nathan fouls it away, strike one.
Pitcher threw the number one, and Barksdale had a rip at it and fouled it off.
He sure did. He was right on that one. And Springer, the pitcher for Gallatin, throws some heat, let me tell you. 14-3 advantage. Gallatin, bottom of the sixth inning. Clarksville's down to their last strike. Curveball and a beauty. Ball strike two. And Coach, that may be the first hook I've seen from Springer.
It is the first hook. Interesting.
Pretty good one, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
0-2 on Barksdale. Here's the 0-2. Oh, fouled it back to the screen to stay alive. Great job by Barksdale fighting it off.
Hanging tough. Checks his third base coach out. A lot of encouragement comes from the coach.
0-2 on Barksdale. 2 outs. Here's the 0-2. Fouled line drive down the first base line. Great job of hitting again by Barksdale, fighting off a great pitch by Springer.
I'm not the pitching coach, but I'm not so sure I wouldn't go with curveball here or a waste pitch.
Clarksville National down to their last strike in their season. Ethan Barksdale trying to extend the season. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball. Oh, and he fouled it off to stay alive at home plate. And that was a beautiful curve and even a better job by Barksdale to stay alive.
Fought that one off. Major leaguers that practice fouling pitches off would have been proud of it.
Oh, absolutely. So, Mam and KK&E, this young man, Ethan Barksdale, is fighting. 0-2. Fastball, fouled it off to stay alive again. Yeah, Mam, KK&E, watching and cheering for your young man, Nathan Barksdale. You should be really proud of this at-bat, Coach.
Oh, he's done great. Both and the pitcher has done great. He's thrown strikes.
Oh, yeah. It's a battle. Here's the 0-2 again. He struck him out. But Barksdale has nothing to be ashamed of. He battled all the way to the bitter end. So Gallatin wins it 14-3.
Clarksville 3.
And we think, there's a lot of people for us to thank tonight. We'll start. Y'all mind if I start with me? I want to thank me. No, I'm kidding.
In honor of humility, Dan Reeves.
Dan Reeves, of course. The one and only.
Oh, man.
You know he's got a garbage can at home for other people's mistakes.
And Jerry, it has your name on it. You know I'm kidding, fellas. Hey, I've really had a great time working with y'all tonight. Paul, not so much, but you too, yeah.
It's been fun, but I'm looking to get back in my comfort zone.
You're going to be behind home plate tomorrow night. We thank Southern Trucks and 4x4. Visit Southern Trucks 4x4 online at mytruck.net. By Total Sports Academy, Jackson Baseball and Softball Academy. By Brassfield Construction. By the Green Scene Landscaping. By Moore Studio. It's a Picture Perfect hit by Mitch Carter. It's Picture Perfect with Mitch Carter at Moore Studio. By First State Bank. Oh boy, inning after inning and banking freely with checking, mobile banking, and check deposit. Simply convenient with mobile banking from First State Bank. By State Farm Agent, downtown Allen Brown. By Boykin Moygan Landscaping, Grant Boykin, a product of Jackson. And boy, Coach, when it comes to Boykin Moygan Landscaping, they go over, beyond, upside down. They're just wonderful human beings. You know what?
Well, I've seen what they did on Bass's yard, and that is a great job.
Call them in 394-7249. By USJ, University School of Jackson, with over 70% of their student body competing in athletics. Tremendous arts, tremendous academics, tremendous communications course. For more information, visit usjbruins.org. By Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park. By Hardy, Martin, Donahoe, Owens, and Wright. By the best pizza in town, Marco's Pizza. Van Drive in front of the Home Depot. Call 300-0400. By the Jackson Generals baseball team. They're in town this week. The AA team for the Seattle Mariners. Big 7-game homestand. We'll get you an update on what's happened there tonight. Visit JacksonGeneralsBaseball.com. For tickets, dial 988-5299. We'll be right back. Coach Joe will have the totals, the highlights, and the player of the game live from Pew Boyne Park. We'll be back in 4 minutes on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Discover the freedom of clear vision. The LASIK Center of Jackson wants you to see how easy and affordable it is to change your perspective on life with laser vision correction. If you dealt with poor vision for too long, life can be simple again. Dr. David Underwood has helped thousands of people improve their vision and their lives with LASIK. Let the LASIK Center of Jackson show you the way to clear vision. So what are you waiting for? Call the LASIK Center of Jackson and schedule your free consultation. Call 731-668-0064 or visit us online at LASIKofJackson.com.
Hi, this is Stephen Rich from the WD in the mall. At the WD, we specialize in every kind of accessory for your cell phone, smartphone, iPad, iPod, and more. But we don't charge the high prices the big guys do. At the WD, you get chargers for your car, home, cell phone cases, otter boxes, protective cases for your phone, iPad, iPod, plus holsters, screen protectors, and you save up to 50% or more. Come see us today at the WD in the mall, right in front of Victoria's Secret, or visit us online at WDJackson.com.
West Tennessee, $1 is worth more than you think. At least it is on Thursdays with the Jackson Generals. Tickets, hot dogs, popcorn, and 12-ounce soda and beer are all just $1 each. There are only a few dollar nights left this season. July 23rd, August 6th, August 13th, and August 20th. You can also get your dollar night tickets presented by State Farm agent Wes Harris in advance by calling 988-5299 or going online to JacksonGeneralsBaseball.com.
Since 1991, Bobby Green of Old Country Auto Sales has gained a reputation of supplying the area with a large assortment of late-model pre-owned vehicles. Combined with the utmost in integrity, that's a rare combination. Bobby sold my high school graduate's first vehicle. 12 years later, my son's come back to Jackson with his family, and he's still driving that vehicle from Old Country Auto. We don't want to be the biggest, we just want to be the best. Old Country Auto, on the corner of Airways and the 45 bypass, or online at oldcountryauto.com.
Dr. Howerton at Patient-Centered Physicians Care is committed to unhurried, compassionate, and affordable health care. She dedicates at least 30 minutes to each visit. You have time to talk about your concerns and needs, and you can afford this type of health care. It costs less than a cup of coffee per day. Together, you and Dr. Howerton determine how to meet your health care goals. Call 731-215-2888 or visit pc3md.com to learn more about this type of personalized and affordable health care.
The Peggy Graves team is known as the area's most trusted real estate team. For 25 years, the Peggy Graves team has set the pace in residential sales in Jackson and surrounding counties. The Peggy Graves team finds the perfect home for buyers and gets homes sold quickly for sellers. Peggy Graves and her team have the knowledge and expertise in our real estate market to make your experience fast, easy, and simple. Contact Jackson's most trusted real estate team, the Peggy Graves team, 664-2342, or go online at peggygraves.com. The next 60 seconds could save one of your lives out there. Seabass here for Preventagenics, and as many of you know, I was very sick a few months ago. To be honest, I was pretty scared. I got out of the hospital and knew some things had to change. That's when I put Jeff Young of Preventagenics on the case. Preventagenics is dedicated to help its patients work to help prevent as well as treat heart attacks, strokes, as well as focusing on general health, wellness, weight loss, and diabetes management. Guys, the warning signs your body is giving you are just that, warnings. It won't just go away. I've never experienced anything in healthcare like Jeff Young and Preventagenics. They're located at 162 Murray Guard Drive. Call today for an appointment at 300-0044. And introducing a brand new Preventagenics location at 210 North Liberty Street in downtown Jackson. Find them online at preventevents.com. And as Jeff Young always says, he wants to see you before you get sick. Preventagenics, keeping you young at heart.
Back at Pew Boyne Park, two great games in the books tonight from the Little League State Tournament here at Pew Boyne. And, of course, you've been able to watch it on .5digital.com or Listen to it on WNWS 101.5. Let's give you some totals for this second game. Clarksville, the losing team tonight, but they've had a great season. Their team played well, represented the city of Clarksville in the Clarksville National Little League well. They scored 3 runs on 6 hits. Nathan Barksdale was 1 for 4 tonight. Elliott Shaw-Yo was 0 for 3. Alex Williams was 2 for 2 tonight. He also got on with catcher's interference. Aiden Baker was 1 for 3 tonight. J.D. Swartz was 1 for 3 tonight, or actually 1 for 2 because he got hit by a pitch. Jason Stewart, 0 for 2. Davison was 0 for 1 tonight. Caleb Hudson, 0 for 1. Grayson Proctor, 0 for 1. Joe Burchett was 0 for 2. Abernathy, 0 for 1. And Zach Christie was 1 for 2. He walked and scored a run. But 3 runs on 6 hits. And again, Clarksville played so well. Just the big first inning really hurt, and then there was another breakaway inning late for Gallatin. Gallatin, the winning team tonight, with 14 runs, 10 hits, and they scored 5 in that first, and then they had 4 in the 6th, and those 2 innings were killers for Clarksville. Ethan Huddleston, who had quite a night pitching, about the only thing that didn't go right for him was 0 for 2 because he got hit by pitches twice. He also walked once, and he hit the ball but just went 0 for 2, and that's not bad because his pitching performance, we'll tell you about it in a minute. James Mason, the first baseman, was 1 for 4 tonight. Dalen Field, 1 for 3. Austin Lilly, 0 for 1. Luke Springer scored 3 runs tonight. He was 0 for 2, but managed to get himself on base and score those 3 runs. Hayden Miner, 2 for 3 tonight and scored 3 times. He also had a walk that he scored on. Nolan Dennison, the catcher tonight, was 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. Logan Purcell, 0 for 2. Austin Brown, 0 for 2. Jay Adams, 2 for 3 tonight. He had a good night tonight. Steve Halcomb was 0 for 1. Austin Parker was 2 for 3 tonight, and Ethan Edmondson was 0 for 0 as he walked. 14 runs, 10 hits, and the player of the game tonight, there can only be one choice according to the committee, and that would be Ethan Huddleston, who went 5 in the 3rd inning. He got caught by the pitch count or would have finished the game. Dan, he had 11 strikeouts. He only walked 2 batters, and he only gave up 3 runs, and only 2 of those were earned.
Well, it was a great ball game. Clarksville National, a great season. It comes to an end tonight. Gallatin will continue, but man, there are no losers out here. All these young men make it this far in the Little League All-Star tournaments. It's just an amazing accomplishment. It's something they will never forget, and we enjoyed bringing it to you tonight. I'll read one final text that says, "Thank you for a great commentary. We enjoy the game and are proud of all these young men," and that kind of sums it up. And
Dan, I hope that the people of Clarksville will meet this team when it comes back and have some kind of celebration for them. They have represented you well.
That's a great advice, Coach. They did. They represented the city of Clarksville with a lot of class here in Jackson. We thank our sponsors that include the Jackson Generals baseball team. Visit jacksongeneralsbaseball.com. They just started a 7-game homestand tonight out at the ballpark at Jackson. By Bobby Green's Old Country Auto. By Patient-Centered Physicians Care. By the Peggy Graves Real Estate Team. By the Hughes Eye Center, Dr. Matt Hughes, and the LASIK Center of Jackson, located inside the Hughes Eye Center with Chief LASIK Surgeon Dr. Underwood. By the WD Wireless Dimensions, cell phone accessories and more, in the Old Hickory Mall in front of Victoria's Secrets. And that ain't a bad place to be. By Preventagenics, Jeff Young and Company. You can walk in, see the doctor. You can go see Preventagenics on the preventive side of medicines. They're just a wonderful organization. Murray Guard Drive in Jackson, and also the new location on Liberty Street in downtown Jackson, Preventagenics. By Ace Hardware of Jackson, your locally owned and operated neighborhood-friendly hardware store, 3315 North Highland Avenue in the former Wonder Bread store. And Minuteman Press. Remember all these sponsors that we've been reading off tonight, and you've been hearing commercials. Local businesses, the backbone of Jackson, Tennessee, and the backbone of America. They sponsor things like Little League Baseball. Think about it, folks. When's the last corporate giant to sponsor a local Little League? These local businesses put their money where their mouth is, and, Coach, they give back to their communities.
And we patronize them, and so should you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Coach Joe. Had a great time with you tonight, as always.
A lot of good fun, and we've got to make a lot of new friends on the Robinson Toyota text line. And folks, 101.5 and .5 Digital has all kinds of great sports programming. And if you're into recruiting, I got to give my friend Seabass a plug. He is the most knowledgeable man in the state of Tennessee.
He really is. You can catch Coach Joe Holloway and Seabass Monday through Friday, normally, when we're not doing special events like this state tournament, from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time on Jackson's News Talk 101.5. You can watch it if you're listening across the state at .5digital.com or on your iPhone app at WNWS-FM, free iPhone app, or TuneIn Radio for News Talk 101.5. You can catch me and Bass on the 2HL from 11 to 1 Central Time, Monday through Friday. We'll be on, of course, tomorrow, right here on Jackson's News Talk 101.5. Coach Joe Holloway, my friend and my broadcast partner. Enjoyed it, Coach. Great
it was
job,
great, Dan, as always. Good job tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Paul Schultze, he's an acquaintance of mine. He also works at .5digital.com, Worthy Road Studios. Paul, you're wonderful, man. He's a dear friend, actually. By Lawson Mann over there on the .5 Digital side. By Michael Osborne. Michael doing a great job monitoring things from News Talk World Headquarters. My dear friend, Mr. Jonathan Greer, our executive producer. Jonathan, wonderful job tonight. This is WNWS-FM in Jackson, Tennessee. And my name's Dan Reeves, and thanking you for listening and watching this special presentation of 101.5 FM and .5digital.com. My thanks to Shane Cisco, President Cisco, the president of Madison County Little League Baseball, and Keith Wish, who's the district supervisor for Little League Baseball, and for Piggity Peg, who is not the district supervisor. So good night from Pewborn Park. We'll be back tomorrow night, folks. You don't want to miss tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. It's the Traveling Rock Show when it comes to Little League Baseball teams. South Nashville, who won the U.S. Championship 2 years ago, was right back in the World Series last year, taking on our hometown team, Madison Central American, coached by Shane Cisco and Ben Vargas. And who else helps you, Shane? Bart Whitnell. So get out here tomorrow night to Pewborn Park and support these local guys, because they got to take on that South Nashville team. That's a great baseball team. We got a great one, too, with Madison Central American. So come to Pewborn Park. It's free admission because of great local sponsorship like First State Bank. Made sure of that. So we'll see you at Pewborn Park tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And thanks again for listening. So good night for now from Pewborn Park. We'll talk with you tomorrow.
This is WNWS-FM Jackson. News from the Associated Press brought to you by the Hughes Eye Center, the best in medical and surgical eye care. 112 Stonebridge, Jackson.